trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one helped me, yeah. Now these bitches wanna selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes to ride in the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock. Okay. Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys that walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you hitting static, I'ma leave you hitting static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the foreign ring up in his grill. Like grandma stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game, like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on a beam, now you're sword on. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie busting. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me a deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Deal on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slick with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy, in case I find any extendo. Licking up shots until it overheats. No mask, did it bareface, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the beam. Wax on, then wax off to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in the snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Worked up flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. And some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you die then you die, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rents do. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4 plus 4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United, Manchester City podcast, people. Big up everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV as always. Please make sure you keep all your comments or your questions on this live stream, Manchester United or Manchester City related. On the red side of Manchester, the news came out, well, it was technically yesterday now, that Michael Carrick is set to become the Manchester United boss. There's still a couple things that need to be sorted out, but it seems that Michael Carrick will be the Manchester United boss starting the 2026/2027 season. So we'll be discussing that because he has strongly divided opinion between Manchester United fans, and it's been a constant conversation and a constant debate. I think it will continue to as well. So I'll be giving my questions on that. On the Manchester City side of things, they closed the gap on Arsenal to just 2 points. Of course, they've now played the same amount of games, and if Arsenal do indeed beat Burnley and then go on and beat Crystal Palace, they will win the league. But Manchester City still running down Arsenal after beating Crystal Palace 3-0 at the Etihad, people. So like I said, please keep all comments, questions, United or City related. Veta will be here shortly as well, people. Apologies on the lateness. That's on me. It's not on Veta. That's fully on me. Veta will be here shortly. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. So make sure you subscribe to his channel, Veta Games TV. But I see you lot in the chat as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up everyone who's watching this live right now or watching this back after. But please make sure you do these things. Please make sure you pay the tax when you enter the city of sarcasm. So make sure you hit the like button on the video first and foremost. I need everybody to make sure they hit the like button on the video. It helps. Make sure you follow and share across all of the socials as well. Again, follow and share across all of the socials. At Yes It's Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at Yes It's Flawless, as you see on the screen. At Yes It's Flawless is my personal account. At Sarcasm City TV, the Sarcasm City TV account. So you make sure you follow, because anytime we go live here on the main channel or anytime we go live on the extra channel, I'll always post it out on Twitter and Instagram. So retweet and like on Twitter/X, share on the Instagram, and equally as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. Any questions you have City related, I'll save for Veta. Don't worry about that. And I'll give my thoughts on Carrick as well. Shout out to Pops every single time. Make sure you subscribe to Beijing Reds TV. Big up to Ren in the building as well. Yeah, so like he said, make sure before the stream begins, people smash the like button and subscribe. You already know. Shout out to, yeah, he said the tune's cold. Again, the first tune, Jody featuring J North, Island Girl, people. Jody featuring J North, Island Girl. That's out on YouTube. It's out on all streaming platforms. The second one is my brother Scorps with an unreleased freestyle as well, but both two cold tunes. Big up Tyrell Gunner as well. Big up the Young G. Make sure you go subscribe to Tyrell Gunner TV as well. And Nephew says, come on, Unc, say it right. It's the empty ad. I think, yeah, you know what? It was kind of empty today. I'm not going to lie. Big up to Ahmed who says, Ahmed Shabazz, who says, if Carrick is appointed as manager, I hope he does well. But the amount of Manchester United fans claiming Carrick is going to get sacked by November is crazy. Here, the thing is, with that, I understand people's reservations in regards to hiring Michael Carrick. However, you can only base it off of what he's done at Manchester United so far. I keep saying this. He's ticked all of the boxes so far at Manchester United. I've seen some, what was it? It was a tweet. I think DR Sports posted it up on their Instagram, but it was a tweet from one of them accounts, you know, them football accounts. And it said something along the lines of like, oh, Manchester, I think, was it Well Beast? And it's a picture of Gabriel as like the profile picture, and it's something like, Carrick's a bad appointment because anytime Manchester United have had 2 games a week, they've dropped points, and then they said something else along them lines. I was like, I thought to myself 2 things. One, I think Manchester United have only had 2 games a week twice under Michael Carrick. So that's such a small sample size. And 2, another thing, we all know that the squad's not good enough. That's another thing that people just love to conveniently forget. And rival fans, I get it. I say this all the time. Rival fans are supposed to go overboard and go over the top with the criticism and make things seem worse than what they are. I do it to rival fans 110%. However, it's when United fans fall for it as well, and it's like, I won't. And I had this debate literally yesterday on the solo Q&A. I had this debate, and it was a shout out to Akel, who was telling me he was worried about Carrick and saying it's similar to Ollie and Red Tear and all of these things. And again, I understand people not being fully convinced about Carrick because of the lack of experience, because of his the CV not being stellar, because he's not used to rotating, because he's not played 2 games a week and been in Europe. I hear all of these things, but then I asked him how many starting players do you think Manchester United need? And he said 6. So we need half a new team. 6 out of 10, 60% we need as a new team. So allow him to get these players in. Now, granted, do I believe Manchester United needs 6 players? No. But let's say, like I said, for argument's sake, it is 6. Let Manchester United build as we have been from 2 summers ago, from when Ineos joined in the summer, and we brought in the defensive side of things, the defensive players. So De Ligt and Yoro and Mazarari. I think, yeah, they were the 3 defensive ones. Xerxes came in that window, and then the attack they did last summer with Mbeumo, with Sesko, with Cunha. And now it's on the midfield as well, because we have been building 110%. It's about the squad, because, again, another thing that people say, oh, we couldn't bring in Iriola because we need his players, or we couldn't bring in Enrique because we need his players, or we couldn't bring in insert manager name here because we need his players. We should have quality players regardless. And then the board should, and then the manager who's joining should be on board with the board. The vision should be the same. The type of players we want, the profile of players all across the pitch should be the same. The goals and the vision should be the same. And that's where I'm at with it. So people saying that he could get sacked by November, yeah. And guess what? This good form could continue with better players. Because people will say, oh, he's not done well and this, that, and the third, etc., etc. He's won 10 out of 15 with a team most people don't rate. Most people don't rate Dalot highly. Most people don't rate Shaw highly. People don't rate Maguire. Martinez will tell you Casemiro's finished. Mado's not mobile enough. Bruno stat pads. And Bremo's not good enough. Cunha's not good enough. Sesko's not good enough. Xerxes not good enough. Ahmad's no good, etc., etc. So all these individual players, people will tell you is not good enough. Some I agree with, some I don't. He's won 10 out of 15. And made us actually defensively solid. That's the thing that just gets overlooked as well. That's what I don't like about the discourse about Michael Carrick, is how defensively he's made us better. And then people will always point to the games we haven't defended well. So, for instance, Leeds, where we were poor defensively. Brentford, where we were poor defensively for the first half in particular. Sunderland for the first 20 minutes, but just ignore the rest. Like he hasn't played 15 matches. Like our lack of quality in defense is not going to catch up with us at times. And it's about a structure. Word to the OG Nuruddin, it's about from a structure and standpoint. Because you can take the best 4 defenders individually in the league, and it doesn't necessarily mean you are going to have the best defense. Defense is structure. As good as Arsenal have the best defense in the country, and as good as their defenders are individually, what helps them is from a unit standpoint. And that's what he's done with Manchester United, because I don't rate our defenders highly. At all. I don't rate Dalot highly. I don't rate Maguire highly. I don't rate Shaw highly. Martinez, I'm skeptical on, and the fitness levels is a problem as well. Heaven, yeah, I'm sold on, but he don't play often. Yoro, I'm a fan of as well. He just needs game time, in my opinion. De Ligt, I think he's our best centre-back, but of course the injuries is a problem as well. So we have all these issues just in our back line alone, but yet he's managed to sort that out with, for the vast majority of it, our first choice centre-backs both missing. 2 of them, both of them. Word to Mons, hashtag both of them. I keep saying this. If you take out the 2 best centre-backs for a significant amount of time out of any of the other 19 teams, you are going to see a drop-off. Whether it's a medium drop-off or whether it's a significant drop-off. Take Gabriel and Saliba away from Arsenal for 3 months or 2 months. Same goes for Liverpool. Take away Van Dijk and Konate. Same goes for Chelsea. Whoever you think their best 2 centre-backs are. Whoever you think. Spurs, take away Van de Ven and Romero. Like the list I can go on and on and on. Whoever you think for City, if it's, I don't know, Kusanov and Guehi, for example. And then as you go lower down the table, it makes it even worse. Do that to Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Newcastle United. Leeds, like the list goes on and on. So I give him credit for that. But again, that's just me. Big up Don C, been a member of the channel for 2 years. Big up Don C, man. 2 years has flown by. Make sure you subscribe to Donversation TV. Hope you're blessed, my G, man. Hope you're all good. Big up SB for the super chat as well. Says shout out to Flawless every time. Bring me Chew many. I hear you, man. That's the dream. Do I see it happening? No, but I hear you, SB. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Carrick. Yeah. To Steve O says, has Carrick given his vision of not seeing much of him? But it should be in line with the board. I don't need to see it. It just has to be on board with the board. No pun intended. They have to be on the same wavelength. It's Michael Carrick and the board in regards to players we want to bring in, players we want to sell, the way we want to play football, profiles all across the pitch, from the goalkeeper to the centre backs, to the full backs, to the 6s, the 8s, to the 10s, to the wingers, to the strikers. There shouldn't be any major issue, because I've seen in the report saying that Carrick won't have the final say on players. That shouldn't be an issue if you lot have the same mindset. Shouldn't be. If you lot are on par with each other and done your due diligence in the interview, both the board and the club and Michael Carrick, that's a conversation. So if there is a disagreement on bringing in a player, the backup, if Carrick wants a player and the club want a player, they should be the same profile. And it should just be a question of who Carrick prefers. But he should be happy with whoever he gets. Because I need a left back that does this, and this. For example, I'm just using left back as an example. I need a left back that does this, and this. These are the things I need from a technical standpoint, the physicality standpoint, and the mentality. Okay, here's a list of players who do all of these things. And then you go from there. But yeah, that's just me. Look at this guy hating, but big up for the super chat, SB. Man said, hashtag bring back Amorim to United. Hey, Don C, quit hating. Quit hating. Big up to Mr. I just call it Mr. That's a crazy name, man. I'm gonna just call you, yo, MSF. That's what I'm gonna call you, man. MSF. That's what I'm gonna call you. Big up. So big up Flawless. Just subscribed. Big up the chat. Smash the likes. Like I smashed the Snow Bunny's Bundes. Hey, do your thing, man. To MSF. Big up, man. And big up for subscribing. I appreciate it. Ahmed says, I agree with one thing mentioned by people questioning Carrick. I need to see more tactically. And that's fair. That is very, very fair. And what I like is I watched him struggle against Leeds when we lost and not make changes. And then the next game we was winning and we struggled against Brentford and tactically he switched it up. Well, am I going to need to see more adaptability? Absolutely. I'm going to need to see more adaptability from him, without doubt, without question. But that's what I expect from a manager. It's like players who join the team, I expect them to improve across the board and showcase more of their skill set. From an Embuemo, Acuna, Rosesco, Lamens, for example, who's been our player of the season, I expect him to get better. I expect him to add things to his game, like for his distribution example, for that to get better. For example. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Big up to Grad B. Big up Jamie as well. Big up every single time. Arsenal give out at a time. Why can't we have the same energy with Carrick? Not 6 years. I'll be pulling my hair out, literally. I'll be, you know what? My hair will look like Don C's again. Like, no, I'll be bald. Like, I'm not putting up with 6 years, $1 billion spent to wait for a Champions League. Absolutely not. After 3 second place finishes. Nah, I'm not with it. That's just me, though. Big up SB for the second super chat. Says if they bring me my signings, I might want to cry. Same. If we get Chouameni, I might cry on stream. That might be tears of joy. But again, I don't believe he's available. I don't believe Valverde is available either. I don't believe these players are available. I genuinely don't believe these things are available. Yeah. Yo, Flawless, bro. Rome wasn't built in a day. It didn't take 6 years either, and $1 billion spent. I bet if whoever was back in the building of Rome put $1 billion into it, he would expect more than one major trophy over a 6 year period. I am not waiting 6 years. Absolutely not. No. I am not waiting 6 years for one Premier League after $1 billion spent. Livid. I would be absolutely livid. That is unacceptable. Over half a decade for you to deliver one Premier League. No. I'm not. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, and it also didn't take 6 years. I'm not with it. Yeah, absolutely not. That's just me. I don't want Arteta and Arsenal are definitely far from the blueprint I want us to go with. No. Arsenal can do that. Congrats to them on winning their Prem. I ain't with that. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the fact that, who was it? Ratcliffe tried to use Arteta as a measuring stick in that interview that he did. Make sure you go check it out. It's at the top of the page as well, people. Yeah, he tried to use him as a measuring stick. I say, look at Arsenal with Arteta. 6 years for one trophy. Are you crazy? Nah, I ain't with that. No, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm patient, yeah, but I need to return on my investment, especially when it's that heavy. Win me some trophies along the way. That's why I'm saying next season, as I say every season, domestic cups, FA Cup, League Cup, we should always be looking at. Flawless, who's Arteta been up against? Granted, he's been up against Pep, but it's not just about the leagues. That's why I said FA Cup, League Cup. Bring me those along the way. Because look at who's won FA Cups and League Cups. I'm not hearing it. And being ahead of the league, Slot managed to pick up one and being top of the league for 93% of the time and all of this rubbish. Nah. I'm not accepting that. You can. I'm really not. No. I'm crashing on the manager heavily. I'd crash on the board for that shit. Forget all of that. Hey, bro, you got to welcome. He's in the building. Obviously representing Manchester City, one of Canada's best ever exports. Man like Veta Games TV is in the building. Nah, Klopp won one, but Klopp he a serious manager, Pops. That's why I didn't include him in that. But Slot and the other people who won domestic cups, nah. He ain't some Pep ain't some invincible human being. He's an extremely good manager, yes, but you can pick up trophies while he's here. That's not an excuse. It's far from an excuse. How many managers have picked up FA Cup? Ten Hag picked up 2 trophies while he was here. So Slot picked up trophies. Ten Hag picked up trophies. And I'm sure if I go through the list of FA Cup and League Cup winners in the last 10 years, it's filled with people. I'm not saying Prem and champs because that's very, very tough. I'm saying the rest. What are you telling me there? You good?
Yeah, man. I'm not bad. I know we got a late one tonight, so
yes. Apologies, that was on me as well. I said that to the chat that it wasn't you, it was me. That's why we was late.
Hey, sometimes I'm late, sometimes you're late. It doesn't matter. The show must go on. So y'all in the chat right now, you know what you got to do. You want to say something clever? Take your time, think about it. If it's clever enough, Flawless will bring it forward. We'll have the conversation. If it's not, but you really want him to say it, super chat. He's got no choice. If what you want to say and you want it said, he's got no choice if it's a super chat. So do the damn thing. What a day. I mean, I don't really do too much of Vader games outside of the YouTube world, but been able to enjoy a little track and field season for my 2 minis. So they're doing well.
Love that.
And Manchester City win today. So what a nice start to the week. I'm gonna address one thing, Flawless.
Go on.
I have to say, I've been resent clips of yesterday with regards to A-listers. Many people are sending me clips like, what was this? What were you on about? All this kind of stuff. After I was watching some of this, I wasn't happy with your performance yesterday.
Whoa.
I was not happy with your performance yesterday. I gotta be real with you.
That was you lot's fight, man. I was involved. I was just watching.
You were involved with the. You know when 2 people happen to be in the fight, and sometimes they're circled around people, right?
Yeah.
And there's that one person that like pushes the person into the fight. The person that's pushing, like, go. You hear what he said? Oh. That was Flawless yesterday. Flawless was like, oh, you know what? He got a point. Oh, you're right. I'm like, what? He's got a point. He's right.
He had valid points. It doesn't mean that you didn't have valid points, but Hassam had valid points. Bear in mind, I have what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have any bias towards either of you 2 in regards to teams in the race. So it wasn't no bias. He had valid points.
You happen to be a little too chirping in a little too much with regards to the half points that were said by Hussam, because this is the one thing that we need to be clear, right?
Go
I
on.
like everybody in the chat. Listen, you can like me, dislike me. It doesn't really matter. But what I happen to do, and I try my best to do, is be concise with what I have to say. I'm not gonna bombard you with this, and this, and then expect you to agree with all of that. I think we lose the conversation. Hit me with one. I agree, disagree. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Don Hussam, and he does it all the time. He'll do it to people that don't clock it. He'll rattle off 3 things. One of them will be right. Where Flawless, my man Flawless, will be like, you got a point there. But the 3 previous things that he brought up before the last one were garbage points. This is why I had issue with your performance yesterday, because you were like, oh, you got a point. Yeah, but he's got 1 point and 3 others that weren't good. What are we doing? I want to
But
say,
if the others aren't good, here the thing is, even saying you'd have to say something that was wildly crazy for me to go. Because don't act like when you make good points, I didn't go, nah, that's a fair point. And when you was like, Flawless, you know this, I'm like, yeah, that's facts what he's saying. It was an
no, but I had to call you out. I had to call you out and say,
balance.
Flawless, you know this, because
I would have though.
No. It was one of those days. No, yesterday was one of those days where I was rattling off a few things that I've been very consistent with, and you were, I don't know, you were multitasking. You probably had some gal on the text or something.
No, I was paying attention to the show.
Okay, you were paying attention and you weren't chiming in.
You don't need my help, man.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I noticed that you were chiming in and be like, oh, Hussam, you got a point. Oh, Hussam, you got a point. I'm like, oh, wait.
Because he made some very, very valid points, man.
And then when it came down to the fact that these guys act like they, you know what? One thing that they do say, hey, Vader, I'm consistent, or I'm familiar with your content. Okay, you can say all that is great. What I've been saying has been consistent. Them acting surprised to what I said with regards to this league, I don't get it. Now, for clarity, everybody, this season, this Prem, let me make it official, all right? You guys can agree or disagree. Maybe it's a conversation in the chat. I happen to believe that the quality in this Prem is lower than previous seasons. Now, when I say that, I'm not trying to diminish Arsenal. I'm not trying to diminish City. If City happened to win this Prem, I'm not doing any of that. Having witnessed, having fought, having had to get over the line, fighting against a Liverpool in particular, Pops, Barnes, Crab, Lex, they know that level of quality to win the Prem is why when I look at this season, and I think it's already a low season, when I say I'm actually surprised that I'm in this title race this late in the season with how poor and inconsistent I've been. That is the point I'm trying to make here. Now, I know that I'm not tallying the same amount of points. I'm just gonna jump out and jump back in because you're moving slow on my end, but I'm just gonna refresh. Nah, you're good. I think it's on my end. I'm just gonna refresh. So carry on. Okay. I'm literally just gonna jump out and jump back in the stream. Give me 1 second. As well as does that, let me try to keep on point here. I've been saying this all season long. All season long, I've been saying, you know what? My observations of this Prem, it doesn't look to be of the same standard of quality of previous ones. I'm not being brand new about it. I'm not moving fraudulently. I ain't gaslighting. Apparently, I'm gaslighter supreme, not gaslighter extraordinary.
Extraordinary supreme. But I did agree with you on that point about the standard of the league, because they're saying it's, again, people mistake this. Just because a league is more competitive doesn't mean the quality is better. Because that's what I was saying is, how is the league more quality when there's less high quality in the league? That makes no sense to me. This is the worst the big six have been. Do I agree the mid-table teams are better? Yeah, I think they have better managers than they are. And I think tactically they're good. Yeah. They have the financial muscle they didn't have. They are better. Yes. So let's say they're no longer mid. Let's say they're super mid. The top teams are not where they're supposed to be. Hence why all of our fan bases, including yours, which has been crazy, have questioned said manager. So whether it's Pep, whether it's Amorim when it's here, whether it's Slot, whether it was Thomas Frank, whether it's Maresca, and who's the other one I'm missing? Who am I missing? And whether it's Arteta. Yeah. All 6 of those managers at various points during this season have been questioned heavily in regards to get this manager out of the football club type of thing. Like, yeah, that's why I
Yes.
mentioned it pops in regards to Arteta, even though they do. So that tells you where it's at. Because I said it on A-listers. I said if any of these teams were serious, the league's wrapped up.
Yeah.
That's what Liverpool did.
Right,
Liverpool
right.
was
So-
serious on it last season, and was the league was done by
and flawless. And
February.
flawless. I wish your microphone might have been on 5, like 5, magnify 5 or something like that, because I think they would have heard the right message from you as the messenger than hearing that message from me, right? So when
I got to it though, but it weren't my fight.
Yeah.
That's why. It weren't my fight. I'm not involved. Like, I'm not involved. It ain't
Alright,
my fight. It's not. It's not mine, because when
Okay.
it's my fight, I don't get backed. When Jay sat there speaking about Garnacho, what did you say?
I stepped away at that time.
Yeah. But when you was there, you might have stepped away. Well, how convenient.
No, but-
when you was there, you was like, we ain't gonna do this.
Because
you were trying
Flawless-
to save him. Why
No,
are you trying to save him?
Because flawless.
Go
First of all, stop the smiling. Everybody in the chat, hear me out. I believe in a fair one. No, I believe in a fair one. It was JV flawless 1v1. Cool. I ain't got to step in. If any of Jay's boys tried to step in and then it was 2v1, I'm there with you. Now, don't laugh because you know it's true. Now, yesterday, tell me, how many was it, V Vader?
It was 2v1.
Okay, and you know what my man Flawless in the cut, chilling. You know what my man Flawless was doing? Yeah, babes. You know, let's link up a little later. This guy was on his phone, not even ready to back his boy. He was letting me go 1v2 for almost a half an hour.
Hey, you was fine. You had no issue whatsoever. You don't need help, man.
I didn't need help, but it could have squashed it if they heard it from someone else, impartial, right? That was saying, you know what?
I was enjoying. I can't just be enjoying. I was just enjoying.
Oh, you were enjoying the 2v1.
I was enjoying the debate. Me and Lewis
Yeah.
was there chilling. That shit. And you know who jumped into back you at various points? Actually, now that you mentioned it, Jay.
It was Jay.
Jay jumped in.
Yeah.
So there you go. You don't need me. Jay was there. This ain't my fight. It's Liverpool,
All right.
City, and Arsenal. It's my free up.
Okay.
Respectfully, fuck you all. Like, that's where I was at with it. It was Arsenal, Liverpool, City. Hassam's decided to say what he wanted to say in there. That's on Hassam. And Jay jumped in. I was just enjoying the bout. That's what it was.
Yes,
I was enjoying
you were
it.
enjoying
'Cause I don't
it.
get
And-
backed if it's me 2v1 or it's 3v1.
Don't do that.
I don't get
Don't do
these
that.
things.
Don't
You
do
always try and save people from me all the time. You do it when we on here. You
Don't
be
do
like,
that.
oh chat, don't answer that, man. Don't do that.
No, that's
You
different.
always
That's
just-
different. That's no. Sometimes because I know you got blood in your eyes and you're out there for anger. You're out there on a madness, and I'm like, listen, chat, don't provoke him.
Yeah,
Don't
but the
provoke
thing is, I leave like more often than not. I won't get to that. Somebody has to be consistently saying things in my chat.
Yeah,
to
that's
get
when I
to
chime
that.
in. That's when I'm like, I can
But no,
see.
but they have
things.
to consistently, like, someone don't say something that I think, right, that's wild, and then I just go straight away.
Right,
it has to
right.
be consistent.
Yeah,
from
it's a gradual
whether
build.
it's-
Yeah.
whether it's from just one stream or it's over a number of streams. Even yesterday, when me and Akel, shout out to him, he's a regular, was going back and forth in the chat. That wasn't just yesterday. That was 2-3
Yeah,
days
you don't have
prior.
a short. It's not a
Going
short
back and forth.
fuse. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a
100%, man.
And
And sometimes I do that. I throw you the mic. You want to be on stage? I throw you the mic. Here we go. Rap. I was saying.
Fair. Now,
People want the spotlight until they in the spotlight.
I mean, Sarcasm City TV can be intimidating, so maybe some people need.
So if it can be intimidated and be quiet in the crowd. Then that's what you need to be.
Whoa, no,
That's what
we
is.
want to encourage people.
If you
to,
can't, of course not. You think if I don't know. I'm trying to think. 2 quality rappers are rapping. You think I'm gonna be chatting shit? Nah, because I know if they throw me the mic, it might be curtains. If they talking and it's like, yo, I'm
Okay, no,
talking and
that's-
they throw me the mic, I gotta be ready to go. 100%.
That's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair. I think
I'll be ready
now,
to go.
with regards to the 2v1, I'm accustomed to 1v5. I'm gonna be real with you. So yesterday wasn't anything crazy, but when I'm not trying and I am not being disingenuous.
And yo,
I'm
you
not
said
trying
just said there before you carry on 1v5. You're a City fan, man. 115. You used to be in 115. Just calm, man. You got this.
okay.
Normal to you, man.
Chat. Notice.
Are you not
No.
kicking 115's ass and haven't been for a number of years now? Is that a lie? Are you not winning that?
I I don't know whether I'm winning or not. I don't know.
I say it seems like you winning because you've officially been charged and nothing's happened, right?
I've been accused. Yeah. I've been
Because
accused.
you've officially been charged by the FA. Am I correct in saying so?
No.
You've not been officially charged, so this is all accusation.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
it's all through the process. There's
So
nothing's
it's
official.
currently going on right now.
Yeah.
All right, so it's
going on
currently
right now.
still going on, and you lot are, nothing's happened to you lot. So you lot are currently winning. Is the point I'm making? That's not a shot.
You could look at it that way.
I don't think you're losing. If you're losing, show me where. Where have you lost in this?
Fair.
Where?
Fair. I
See, I always think things are a shot.
No,
that ain't a shot.
No, I was just gonna say. Usually, when someone wants to go and bring up, when you said I'm accustomed to it, I wasn't sure where you're going around that. So you not that you cleaned it up, but you cleared it up, and I get it. I wanna also, and I'm gonna divert when it comes down to the league conversation. I'm going to divert when it comes down to the quality of the Prem. I'm going to divert to those because if I am the one to say it, they're not going to hear me. They're going to think I'm making excuses. They're going to think that I'm not being genuine with my thoughts. I'll say
in particular topic. I hear it with that in particular topic. What you was talking about yesterday, yeah. But I happen to agree with them in regards to you are. Again, I rarely see you lot as the underdog. Even if I have you second, I don't think I picked, because the thing is with me, I haven't picked you to not win the league I can't remember the last time I did a prediction and you lot went top. I'm legit kind of remember maybe 4 or 5 years you got Pep. So it's kind of like I don't hear it, even if your squad maybe isn't the best. He's the best. So therefore I expect him to make that difference. You go and do GOAT stuff, which more often than not he does.
Yeah, I hear all that.
Domestic trebles, like you mentioned, and all these type of things, and trebles and 4-peats and doubles.
The reason why, and I'm working on it. This is actually something we can all improve with regards to ourselves, right? We can improve with regards to. Why are you laughing?
Just carry on, man.
We should always strive to improve, whether it's fitness, whether it's our thinking, education. We can always, even with regards to our emotions, we can look to better control, manage our emotions, right? I'm working on all of those things. When I have rivals that for the majority of the season were telling me on how this isn't the same city, right? When I have rivals that were pointing out all of those flaws, you point out all of those flaws to why City won't win the Prem.
Yeah.
We now get to week 35, week 36. Mm-hmm. And if a City fan happened to agree with those things, that's now playing the underdog. It's now a gimmick. It's now saying, listen, all those things that you pointed out that weren't strengths for City, that were reasons why Arsenal were going to win this league, were reasons why City weren't going to close the gap and win. When I say that despite all of that, I am a game in hand or I'm no longer a game in hand. Am I?
Yeah, you know your level.
Yeah,
now.
no longer a game in hand. Yeah, because
games are the same.
So now we're even on games, and I'm 2 points off. I didn't understand the meltdown. I didn't understand the Vader. You can't say that. I didn't understand you're doing the underdog gimmick, guys. I'm surprised, and I didn't expect to be this close in the title race to this Arsenal. With what I saw of my club, the inconsistencies of my club, the poor second halves of my club, the Holland FC that kind of tapered off of my club, the fact that we lost Gavardiol and Diaz, and yes, we went and got players in January, but you're vetting in players in January, and we got a boost. We were able to actually play really well in spurts, but not as consistent as was required. Hence why we even dropped points versus Everton. But I am surprised in a Prem title race that I'm this close to Arsenal. And the reason why I'm surprised is because I did expect the quality to be higher. Well, now the quality isn't higher, so I'm consistent. The quality isn't higher. It is actually low. Arsenal are going to max out, I believe, at 85 points to win this Prem. That is not
like 85 points.
That is not high. I'm consistent when I say this isn't a high quality league. All things that I say are on point. You can't catch me out. So I said, I'm surprised because I expected it to be a higher league, which it isn't. So now that I'm this close to Arsenal, guys, I'm not doing the underdog gimmick. I'm just, wow, I'm still in this. 85 points is what it's going to take. I'm surprised by that. I say it all the time, and it's not city pool or anything like that. It's respecting quality. It's respecting a fight versus two heavyweights, right? If I happen to lose this league, it's not because it required brilliance. So when it doesn't require brilliance, how are you trying to tell me that this is a high quality league? You're telling me it's a high quality league because of what? Everybody can beat each other? Is that what they're trying to argue?
That's what people are saying. I've said this. People confuse competitiveness with quality. But I think I seen there was a stat, and it was La Liga, and I think from like 20th to like 10th or something, like can get relegated or something like that. So that's a competitive league on paper, but it doesn't mean it's the best quality.
Thank you.
Don't mean it's the best quality, does it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
So
for the record, everybody in this chat, moving forward, if you happen to see things clipped up, if you happen to say Vader's out here doing the underdog gimmick, understand the context. Understand the consistency that I happen to be moving forward, and understand how inconsistent these rivals have been when they want to point out how poor City are, and then want to then emphasize how good of a...
But you can have deficiencies, yes, but from the situation you've been in, because things will change, you should go on and win this league. From the situations you've been in, because I think you're a better team, and I think you have a clearly better manager. So that's why people will look at it.
I have a better manager.
You have clearly a better manager.
And I think our players played themselves into form. But are we ignoring? Was it a myth? Was it false? Was it just Arsenal London fans happen to overboost? They did have the deepest squad. They did have. They do, but we know the lack of. But again, even with them having the but
deepest squad,
that's as the season tapered off. This is Arteta's manager. So when we want to do manager, I would argue that the reason why we got back into this is because of how Arteta, whether it was the pressure of trying to win this Prem, him being too pragmatic, him only not having a large rotation with regards to players, things accumulated, and they did falter for a bit. Right? They played City. And we had to play them in the League Cup. We had to play them in the league. And they did look vulnerable. But until then, until we showed them, hey, back off them, make them have to hold the ball, they tried to argue, hey, it was because we had Kepa in that. We did the same thing when they had Raya, right? But when they stumbled, it looked like, you know what? Arteta can't do it. Arsenal don't have the
because we expected that. I don't think, even though it happened against you lot, I think we expected that to happen around that period.
And now, credit to Arteta in terms of maybe fighting through that pragmatic. So he's turned things around, especially making it to UCL final. Even them getting over the line. Let's be real here, guys. Arsenal fans were crapping themselves with City being level on points with them.
Absolutely.
Right? So they didn't even want us to see whether we can go game for game, win out to close out, even though they had the superior goal differential before that whole conversation happened. Now we dropped points versus Everton. Now they're like, FA didn't give City any type of leniency with regards to their fixtures. Y'all got to deal with that. Who cares? They've got their one game a week. Calm. They got to close it out versus Burnley and Crystal Palace, two teams that don't have anything to play for with regards to the league because they have their sights either knowing that they're relegated or knowing that they got to play for Europe. They were still losing their minds to have to play against a City level on points because they doubted themselves with regards to goal differential. City have been inconsistent, and unfortunately, we showed it again versus Everton. Am I the type of fan to say I'm giving up on the season? No,
that's why I never asked you that. Even though the title was done.
No, it's not. Don't do that.
I didn't expect you to do that. Of course you're gonna say that. But it's done.
Yeah, of course you're gonna say that.
Yeah, because why am I quitting on?
You're saying that because you're saying that the league's over?
I'm not white, but I'm not quitting because I wasn't for it. I wasn't attempting to do anything. How can I quit on something I'm not
you
trying
had
to
City
do?
winning it, and now you changed your mind.
No,
You
I had
quit.
no, I had City win. No, I had City winning the league. Yes,
Yeah, you
but
quit.
that
So you
was
quit.
just
You quit on that take.
that was just a prediction. No, my prediction was wrong.
You quit on
I
your
ain't quitting.
prediction.
My prediction was wrong.
Is it?
Yes, because they're not losing. You don't have. So you think they go and draw?
Go full screen. Go full screen and say that your prediction was wrong.
I've already done this. No. They know
when
my
have you
thoughts
done
of
this?
this.
When have you done
why
this?
I've done this? I've done this on stream already. I've said that.
You've
said
gone
before. See, this is why you don't be paying attention.
No.
This is why you because I said it on A-listers. No, I said it on A-listers.
No, I know you said it on A-listers.
But no. I'm talking about before the West Ham game. Sorry, I said it on here. I said it on back again. I said it on every platform I was on. But we hadn't done A-listers beforehand. If Arsenal beat West Ham, the league is over.
Yeah.
I've said this.
Okay. All right.
Just because you missed this, you was too.
No, I've heard it. I've heard it. I've heard it. I want it said on this show. I wanted it said on this show.
Why does it need to be said? It was said on the solo Q&A.
No, because
well, it was full screen because it was just me.
It
because what?
It's gonna weigh a lot more. It's gonna be such heavier of a comment for you to say it on a United
I say
versus
it right
City
here on this show. The league is done.
Okay.
Arsenal are gonna win the league. They ain't gonna drop points to Burnley, and they're not gonna drop points to Palace, who are gonna rotate heavily 3 days before. What's it called? 3 days before European final because they're in the Conference League. Now Palace didn't have that whole conversation. Yes, my prediction was wrong. I'm saying.
I needed that. I just need to hear that.
That's what that is. You got bigger issues than me. You know what I'm saying? You need to worry about your losing another league title.
You losing another one?
Yes. Pep wasn't supposed to lose this one to Arteta.
What? So who was he supposed to lose it to?
To the likes of Klopp. Oh, you're only supposed to lose one? You can't be losing to... What makes it worse is losing it to Slot and Arteta back-to-back. That's the bad thing. If it was one of them, it's like, that can happen. Like, Fergie did it. Like, even though the caliber of managers he lost to was much better than these two. Like, yeah, that's where it's bad.
Okay.
That's where it's an issue. You're the GOAT, so we're going to hold you to GOAT standards. I've said this to you before.
No,
you're the GOAT. We're going to hold you to GOAT standards. You shouldn't be losing league titles back-to-back to Slot and Klopp. That's what that is.
I have no problem with it. I have no problem. The context.
Oh yeah, because you're a sensible individual. That's why.
Well, even beyond that, I know how competitive this league is. Right? This is a tough. Not my words. They don't like when I say it. So I'm going to use what the rivals have been saying. Right? This is a highly competitive league. Everybody spends money. Everybody is able to buy whoever they want, right? Gone are the days when, no disrespect to any of the other managers that are considered GOAT status, but the destination is the Prem, where in previous eras it was La Liga or it was Serie A, where the talent wasn't as readily available to get. It was more so amongst the top clubs in the Prem. Now in the Prem, you're getting actually top clubs pulling out talent from the Prem.
I so wish my gaffer was in this era. Jesus Christ.
I hear what you're saying in terms of the caliber of managers that your manager was able to sustain wins against, but the caliber of clubs and their buying power is not the same. That's a conversation for another time. Not for you, Flawless, because I know there's United fans very insecure with regards to the Pep versus Fergie combo. And I'm going to save some bullets for when they want to take their shots at my manager with regards to that. So I'm not going to...
I don't even take the shots. It's just again, Pep's just adding to it as a conversation. Run me what Pep's had over what Fergie's had anyway. I'd rather have the managers not be as good and the mid-table teams have better managers and more spending power. Run me that. That's where I'm at with it. Run me that, man. 100%. Yeah. All good, fam. No stress. Vader will be back shortly, people. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, Vader Games TV. Talking about, full screen and say that. The league's done, but we'll get to that. Hey, big up Hassan for the raid as well, man. Shout out Hassan for the raid. Speaking of him as well, please run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Vader will be back shortly, people. He just sorting out some family stuff, but he will be back very, very shortly. Do not worry about that as well. And yeah, Pops, I seen what you said earlier where you said he was up against Pep and Klopp is what you meant when we were talking about from the manager situation, yeah? Without doubt. I said, I just saw a youngster score a goal and he did the Glock 9 celebration. I can't lie, the celebration's fire. I've said this. I don't, hey, if a celebration's fire, a celebration's higher. But you lot continue to get your questions in. Any United questions I'll get to, any City questions I'll star and I'll get to. Of course, the better questions. Want to make sure we get to your questions. Super chat. Just under 200 of you lot in the building, and we're only at 36 likes. So I need us to get to 60 likes, people. I need 60 likes. That even now scratch that 70 likes. I need 34. So we almost doubling it, people. I need 70 likes. So let's run it up, and I need 3 more subscribers. So I'm looking for 34 more likes, and I'm looking for 4 more subscribers. Wait, let me check. No, 3 more subscribers. 34 more likes, 3 more subscribers. Run the likes up, people. Run the likes up. Is right there on the screen. Make sure you do so. Let me put it on the screen as well. The like button's right there on the screen. Run the likes up as well. Shout out to Vader, man. Every single time, man said Vader, gaslight and rage bait. But yeah, it's a dick. You don't think the league is done, but it is. How long is the proposed deal for Carrick? I like how you put Carrique. The reports haven't said, Pops. But I'm guessing, this is me, just mere speculation. I would say 2 years. I'd say anywhere from 18 months for 2 years, I would guess. I'm guessing it's 2 years. But that's just me. Ibrahim, big up. You're my young G. So I hear the excitement that you've got here. But Flawless, that's why I keep Mikel Carrick. We can wrap the league up next season. I think you need to keep your feet on the ground, young G. We're 2 summers away from going for the league. We are 2 summers. Even if we have an excellent transfer window in regards to recruitment, incomings and outgoings to the club, I think that's too big of a jump to go from where we're at now to go and genuinely compete for the league. Do I expect us to be closer to the top of the table in terms of points? Yes. Do I expect us to improve overall as a team? Yes. But going for the league, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Even if we go and sign the players we need to go sign, I don't think they'll sort everything we need. And there's also the unknown as well. The gap isn't that big. I don't think we closed the gap, though. I don't think we closed that gap. I think we got too much to do, Ibrahim. We got too much to do. Midfield needs sorting. Could argue half of our defense needs sorting. Maybe 3/4. 3/4 of our need doing. So we need our defense sorting and our midfield sorting. I don't think you sorted all that in one window. Our 2 first-choice centre-backs can't stay fit. Our fullbacks, excluding Maz, are not good enough because Dalot's first choice, let's be honest. Our first-choice fullbacks are nowhere near it. Our first 2-choice centre-backs ain't there, and we got to sort out the midfield. Too much. Too much. Man, got to relax. Man, got to relax. That's what I'm saying. Keep your feet on the ground. Man can say the gap isn't that big. Who's to say other teams don't improve? Why are we just excluding that? Why couldn't Arsenal get better? Why can't Manchester City get better? Why can't they have good windows as well? So if the gap's not that big, let's say we're 20% off of City and Arsenal. So we close the gap. Let's say we improve by 30%, but they also improve by 30%. The gap is still 20% because we've improved the same. You can't just say, Ibrahim, that we improve, but they stand still. They might get better. Not saying they will. I'm saying it's a possibility. Liverpool could get better, for example. Chelsea could get better. Arsenal could get better. Manchester City could get better. Granted, Liverpool and Chelsea are currently behind us. And I think it's unlikely that they get better because of the situations they're in. But more so City, and let's just use City and Arsenal. They could get better. We're chasing them. So if they get better, we have to overcome. We're not trying to go past previous them. We're trying to go past them at that point. So that's what it is. You just gotta relax. Big up Marshall says you'll never be there with the attitude. Oh, yeah, sure, Carrick. How come you don't back Poch, mate? Huh? You have this attitude with your national team. With Mauricio Pochettino. Make sure you subscribe to Casually and big up Marshall for the raid as well. Timmy says, can't stand how disingenuous all of these top 6 panels are about Fergie. Do you also feel there's a slow erasing of his achievements in these conversations? Yeah, but rivals are supposed to downplay him, Timmy. They're supposed to do that, hence why I don't get triggered by it, hence why I don't get annoyed by it. Because top 6 panels and rivals can talk all they want about Sir Alex Ferguson. Guess what? It does not take away his achievements. They're there, something they would all take. What Fergie did for Manchester United, there's no fan, no panelist that wouldn't take what he did for their clubs. They can't take away his dominance. He can't take away them ruining their childhoods. They can't take that away. That's why I'm like, it's set in stone. So you can have the conversations. That's cool. You would love 13 league titles. You would love 2 Champions Leagues. You would love multiple three-peats. You would love multiple doubles. You would love that. You would love a treble, including the Champions League. You would love a double, including the Champions League. So I don't even sweat. That's why I don't sweat. I know what I watched. I know what Sir Alex Ferguson did. It's set in stone. It can't be erased. Downplay it, cool. All you want. Don't take away from it. Rivals are supposed to do that. So that's why I leave them to it. Hence why I don't bother whatsoever. That is. Because that's the reality of Maurice. All right, so let me ask you, Marshall, do you think United can win the league next season? Let's find out about this now. What are you saying, you front line of the cartel? No, that's Sheik. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. That's Eddie. They're front line of the cartel. They are front line of the... I'm not front line of the cartel. The cartel got to show me. I like what I'm seeing from the cartel. We've won some battles. Won a lot of battles. The weaponry's on point, etc., etc. But no, I'm not front line of the cartel. You lot can't trick me. You tried it, nephew. Sai tried it. No. Eddie was trying it. He was trying to gas up Paul. Shout out to Paul. Make sure you follow DJ Paul 703 on Instagram as well. That's my G. He was trying to gas him up on the last Mandem United on Monday. Talk about we can do this and that. And I'm telling people, and from Ibrahim, he's younger, so I understand. But Eddie and Sheik are old enough and experienced enough supporting football to know not to get too gassed. So many things have to go your way. There's so many variables. Ask me this at the 31st of August. Ask me this 31st of August when the window's closing and everybody's set. That's what I would say. Maybe, bro, football's a funny game. See, Marshall ain't even convinced. Marshall's here telling me to be convinced, and he's not even convinced. It tells you. That's why he said maybe. Tells you all you need to know. We know what maybe means. Yeah, you can't trick. I'm too wise for this, man. I'm too experienced following and watching football to fall for this. Let's see what my team does in the window, what the other teams do in the window, and then we go from there. That's it. That's what it is. Nah, Nick, Carrick's joined. He's at the Mighty Man United, mate. And you've got, what's it called? Iriola joining. Nah, Javi Alonso's on his way to you. Javi Alonso's that's a good appointment for you, look. Iriola, all that. SB says, Flawless, how was you feeling during the final 08 Champions League United versus Chelsea? Because even as a young kid, I was gasping my breath every 20 seconds. It was mad. I was convinced we'd win the Champions League that year. If I was a betting man, I would have put money on it at the start of the season. I thought that team was primed and ready to go and win that Champions League. So just gassed. Because obviously I got to experience that one much older than I did in 99. So just enjoyed it as tense as it is. And I want to get back there. 100%. So, and not even just, I've said this, not just necessarily the final, but just last stages of the Champions League. The last stages of the Champions League, it's different. Yeah. I said, oi, Barrio, you proper scrub where you at, mate. I'm sure we'll show up. Big up Barrio as well. But like I said, I'm keeping my feet firmly on the ground. What the Manchester United do? Because it was only earlier this week, people were crashing out about Alvarez not being good enough. So Monday, Tuesday, it was Alvarez is a terrible signing. This is not the way to take Manchester United forward. And now Wednesday and Thursday, it's now, hey, you know what? We can go and win the league. No, people are too up and down. Like, I'm too balanced for that. Literally this week, just 72 hours ago, it was Edson Alvarez is a terrible appointment, terrible signing. It's underwhelming. United need to do better. And now, a couple of days later, it's Manchester United can win the league. All right. Okay. All right. How do you feel about the team will or can perform in the Champions League next season? If we recruit right, I think we can get to the last stages. That's the main aim for me. I said knockout stages. Finish top 8, and then you get into the round of 16. I don't want to do the playoffs. Finish top 8, and then you're in the round of 16, see what side of the draw you want. Because I want the players to be getting accustomed to playing in the Champions League season in, season out, and being in the knockout stages of the Champions League season in, season out, because it's much different. And I think people overlook that, how different playing in the Champions League knockout stages is to the Premier League week in, week out. So I've said this, how can we get to the knockout stages and see who we get, see who we draw? Because we're still short of the top teams in Europe. We're not there with a PSG and a Bayern Munich. We're not there with them, no. I look at them as 1 and 2 in Europe. We're not there. And they could improve. Then you have the likes of a Real Madrid, a Barcelona. I'm trying to think what other European sides have I forgot about. The likes of Atletico Madrid, etc. Like those type of teams. We ain't there yet. We're not there. English sides I'm never too fussed about, because I fancy our chances over 2 legs against any English side just because of the familiarity. I'd always be, even if we weren't favourites for those games. So if we were to face Arsenal or City over 2 legs, we wouldn't be favourite. No way y'all crash out like you've been doing in your recent history. I don't think we crash out that way, no. Worst case scenario, Marshall, we finish top 24, which I go, all right, cool, depending on who we got. Because if we got a tough 8 games and finish 12th, I go, all right, first. And then get to you around the 32. But ideally, I'm aiming for top 8. I seen Spurs finish top 8. I seen Sporting Lisbon finish top 8. Top 8, I'm with it. That's where I'm at. All right, that's where I'm at. Nah, man, got the cartel. The cartel got certain under the lights, man. All right, so you know what? When I know what we've got under the lights, that's when I then address it. Because at this moment in time, this shit all imaginary, nephew. There's no guarantees. You got to show me the artillery. You got to show me the weaponry. You got to show me the soldiers we got and the generals and the lieutenants and the tanks we've got and the snipers and the hand-to-hand combat and all of these things. You got to show me. Got to show me. I'll see. Big up Chi Cases Flores. I don't know if you heard, but Jason Collins, former NBA star who played for the Celtics and Nets, the first openly gay athlete, died from an aggressive form of brain cancer. Very sad. R.I.P. to him. I know Jason Collins passed and there was another NBA player. I know you lot will tell me his name, but R.I.P. to them both. R.I.P. to them both. Condolences to their friends and family as well, man. Condolences to the family and friends for real. So, yeah, man. So sad. So sad. Abraham says, that's why baby Carlo, how calm he is on the touchline, brilliant my management, give the players confidence. All right, Abraham. You know what, Abraham? Get carried away, my guy. You know what? You're a young G. Get carried away, do your thing. I'm just not on board. No. OT can be like Villa Park in terms of a fortress, 18 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Like I said, I got to see it. That's his name, Brandon Clark. 29. R.I.P. to Brandon Clark. R.I.P. to Jason Collins, man. So I'm saying life really just fucking sucks at times, man. R.I.P. And again, condolences to the family and friends going through that. I don't wish that on anybody, man. Don't wish that on anybody. I really don't. But where was we at? Yeah, like Pop said in the chat, you already know. And where we at? 48 likes. I said 70 likes, people. We're still 22 likes short. We're still 22 likes short. We're still 2 subscribers short. All the 2s. So we're 22 likes short, 2 subscribers short as well, man. So people, we need to keep running them up as well. Big up again, Marshall and Sam for the raid. Continue to get your questions in. Veta will be back shortly as well, people. Just sorting out some family stuff. That's all. That's all. Where else you lot at? What else you lot saying in the chat? Flawless, do you think Rashford comes back or also thinks he ends up at Arsenal? No, I don't think he comes back to Manchester United, no. Where he ends up is the big question. He's been linked to Barcelona. He's been linked to Arsenal. No. I'm not looking for him to come back to the Manchester United. And I'm happy for him. I see people like, oh, he won a league title. Like, I'm happy for Rashford. But that is done, man. Rashford been here 10 years. It's over. I'll say it before, I say it again. I don't want anyone from the Moyes era here, the Ten Hag era, the Van Gaal era. The Moyes era, the Van Gaal era, the Mourinho era, the Ten Hag era. Let's get these man gone. Let's get these man gone. I tell a lie. The only people from the Ten Hag era I'm looking at is the 2 summers ago. So let me clarify that. Anyone who's been here 3-4 years or longer, it's time. See you later. If you was here 2022 and before, nah, it's a wrap. You gotta go. You gotta go, man. Tired. I ain't trying to see you lot. Excluding, of course, Mano. I think Mano joined. I think Mano started before that. But the vast majority, you lot gotta go, man. Can't be here all 10 years and that. Like, we've seen it. I'm with it. Shay says, next season, would you take top 4 again in Champions League quarterfinal? Top 3 again, I would take. Closer to the top of the table in the Champions League quarterfinal, depending on the draw. Who did we get? If we book PSG or Bayern Munich and go out in the quarterfinal, I hold my hands up and go, you know what? They're a better side than us, and we better not get packed up. Don't do the Liverpool. Don't do the Manchester City this year, where the tie was over pretty much from the first leg. Don't do the Chelsea. Nah. Go and compete. And if we lose, we lose. Like, there's a way to lose matches. Go and compete. Like I said, don't do the Liverpool, don't do the Chelsea, don't do the City, where them ties was over from the first leg. But now if we get knocked out of the Champions League quarterfinal by, let me pick a team. Olympiacos, I'd be fucking livid. If it's Olympiacos or a Sporting or a Club Brugge or a Bayer Leverkusen or a Galatasaray or a Bodo Glimt or some shit like that, I'd be fuming. So yes, I've said this, that my targets with, if it was Carrick or whoever, would remain the same. Hence why I wasn't too fussed about the manager side of things, even though there's better managers than Carrick, because 1, Carrick's done a good job and deserves a shot on credit, and 2, my expectations don't change. None of the managers who we've been linked to, including Carrick, to me, are Premier League or Champions League winning managers. So yeah, go improve us overall. In the Premier League, I've said this, top 3, get closer to the top of the table. Champions League knockout stages, you go and compete in there, you don't embarrass yourself. And I always target domestic cups. Win. I'm always looking, word to month, I'm always looking at both of them. Hashtag both of them. Always looking at both. Always looking at both. See what else you're saying. FN says, watchers get PSG in the quarterfinal. As much as I don't, at least it lets you know where to vote on. And I'm glad he's not here to hear me reference this, because he tries to reference this. It lets you know where you're at. If we were to draw a PSG, all right, let's see who actually performs well. Like from an individual standpoint, who stands up and be counted? Because that's another thing. It's very unknowns. People will talk about the unknowns with Carrick. It's an unknown with the vast majority of these players in the Champions League, because they ain't been in this situation. Most of our squad has not played Champions League knockout football. It's probably a handful. Probably a handful. And also, it's a learning job for Carrick. How does he match up against someone the caliber of Enrique? Let's find out. When Enrique switches things up, how do you deal with it? Can you play chess? Even if you lose, can you play chess? Have you got something tactically for him? Have you got can you adapt? Can you show PSG different looks? That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Big up Certified as well. What are you telling me? Hope you're blessed. Oh shit, man. Say, yo, Pops, big up Friday, man. What you saying? Oh yeah, Villa Liverpool's Friday. What? Yeah, that game gonna be awful. I will not be doing a watch along for that, people. I will not be doing a watch along for that game. Tell you that much. You might get an FA Cup final watch along, and of course I do the United Forest game on Sunday. Monday, I'll do Arsenal Burnley, though, on the extra channel. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City TV Extra. Links in the title, and subscribe to Veta Games TV as well. But props, you know what? I'm going to give props to Carrick. You know why? Because he's earned the job of merit. People always want to talk about Manchester United and nepotism and its United DNA, and we don't do our due diligence and etc. etc. Carrick on merit has got the job. He's ticked all the boxes. He achieved all the goals. Why would he not get the job? He's won 10 out of 15 matches. Come the end of the season, it might be 12 from 17. People want to talk about the inconsistency in the league, and shout out to Double A who mentioned it. That's very consistent. If you win 12 out of 17 or 11 out of 17, that's very consistent, considering, and there's only 2 losses in there, considering how short this team is. We know there's a lack of quality. We know what Manchester United need to do in the window. Can't just overlook that shit. Can't just overlook it. Bill Certified says, all good, bro. Hope you're blessed as well. You already know Certified. Salute. Oh, yeah, you lot are battling for 4th, isn't it? But outside of a few million, it don't really make much of a difference. Because you're probably not going to get caught by Bournemouth. Shout out to Bournemouth in 6th, though. Because if Villa win Europa and they get champs, Iriola going to be kicking himself for leaving there. Why? You got Brighton in 7th, Brentford in 8th. Look at Chelsea behind Brentford, you know. Dark for them, look. Dark. Very, very dark. Big up Chelsea, though. I said, nah, we battling for 5th technically. Yeah, but Bournemouth ain't winning 2. Even if Bournemouth win 2 games, I don't see you not getting a point. They're 4 points down on you. And you lot play City. Use Bournemouth, but Bournemouth also got City. I don't use Bournemouth's other game outside of City. They play Forest away. All right, maybe. Well, you'll win the champs. So we talking. I think Vader's back in the building as well, people. Got Mr. Vader Games TV. He's here back in the cut. Yes, Vader, what are you telling me, man?
Yeah, man. A little bit of running around. I had to deal with the conversation. I want to be really, really clear with everybody in the chat right now. The reason why this show is so long standing and why I absolutely enjoy it, whether it's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, whenever we make it happen, is we have what I find to be a genuine convo. Like we can throw in a few jabs here, but in terms of giving each other a chance to speak, like we'll never do the, you know what, I'm gonna talk over you, so that point you get to share never happens. That's why I really enjoy this, and I hope the viewers enjoy it. I hope the people that tune in, mess with you, mess with me, enjoy that. This season's a weird one, man. It's a weird one because a couple shows back, I mentioned how there's such a contrast of football styles or approaches. We were talking managers before I had to leave, and you were telling me how Pep shouldn't lose to anybody. Like he shouldn't be losing.
It's the back. No. It's the back-to-back. You can lose. That can happen. I'm not saying you should win every year. It's the back-to-back.
Right. Yeah.
That's where the issue lies. Like if he was losing back-to-back to Klopp, I go, all right, first, because Klopp's of that caliber. Neither of these two are.
No, I hear all that. The one thing that I'm kind of calm with, and like I said, I've got a few things in the chamber when it comes down to when people want to do the manager conversation, but losing back to back to the same manager, it's got to hurt. It's got to be tough. Like one manager's kind of figured. Tough. Yeah, he's losing to 2. He potentially could lose to 2 different managers over the course of 2 seasons.
But that's where we're different. It's the caliber of it. Because I can lose back-to-back to the same manager. But if he's of a certain level, I go.
But Flawless, here's what I want to get at. Go. Last season, and Liverpool fans will tell you this, Pep didn't lose to Slot.
What, did he lose to Slot? Did he use the Slot Klopp? Was it Klopp Slot? Yeah, that's nonsense, man. He lost the hand.
Hear me out.
We're going. I get where you're going with this, but yeah.
I'm not going anywhere with it. I'm telling you. I'm not going. Now he's doing. I'm not going anywhere. Let me just say, Liverpool fans, especially this season, how things have transpired, but even some of them last season were even telling that Slot had everything in place. Klopp happened to not have the energy for it to get over that line again. But who did they sign? They only signed Chiesa?
Yeah, but
Flawless, let me finish. They only signed Chiesa. The same structure of players were all in place. And why are you doing all this? Why are you doing all this?
I didn't say nothing.
No, your hand gestures. You're being dismissive. And and Flawless. Hold on. Pep also happened to lose to a Super Saiyan Salah. Salah was in incredible form. Record, we've never seen it. Never been done before. Liverpool fans will tell you he carried this Liverpool team. The losing to slot narrative, I can kind of hear it, but Liverpool fans will tell you it was Klopp's team, and it was also a Salah who was in peak form. So should Pep had won his 5th Prem, you're gonna tell me yes, he should have won his 5th Prem. He should have done something. He should have done something again that we've never seen in this league that had quote unquote better managers not able to do. Pep should have done it. Okay, all right. I'm gonna hear you all that. Yeah, he should have. He should have won his 5th. I'll hear you on this one.
I'm just doing some research. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, and then when we look at
on the Super Saiyan Salah. All right, go on.
Yeah,
keep that
and
one.
Then,
remember you mentioned that. Go on.
No worries. And then when we also want to look at the season not over, 2 more games left to be played. If Pep happens to lose to this Arteta, and this is where we have conflicts of interest or we have different philosophies, right? I actually have no problem with Arsenal winning a UCL. I don't. They win a UCL. It's like
you say champ. You don't have no problem with Arsenal winning the. Who do you want to win the final?
I don't care. I don't care who wins the final.
That's crazy.
I don't choose because again, listen, I'm old school. I got platinums.
There's court like I don't get it, man. But go on. I don't get it.
Now, when we think, sometimes I can be diabolical. I don't mean to be. It's maybe something twisted.
Yeah. It's completely on accident, man. The world made you this way, man.
Maybe it's you know what the problem is. It's not a problem. It's actually a good thing to do. But I put down a lot of thoughts on paper. Like I think things out. I'm like, I kind of. Oh
yeah, you do. Trust me, I know you. Your arguments are pretty much bulletproof. So
I see. I don't like to put this out there too much. But if someone tries to catch me out on logic, it's not happening. Like
it's very tough to do because you think you're intelligent, number one, and number two, you think your shit out very, very well.
I'm not being emotional, and I know emotional does really well in this YouTube space, but that's not how these convos happen. Not. So
this is why we get accused of being similar because I do the same shit.
Facts, and this is why this show needs to happen at least once a week. It needs to happen. We need to have.
We ain't going nowhere, man.
We need to have like-minded conversations. We can't be talking to a brick wall all the time. We can't be doing that. If Arteta,
this guy's he's mad with that though. The chat I think you're crazy with the Arsenal winning the Champions.
Hold on, Flawless, hold on. If Arteta,
I know where he's going with it now. And exactly, you're such a piece of shit at times, man. You call me a selfish bum. You know why he wants Arsenal to win the Champions League?
Don't do that.
Let me clarify that. Wait. Let me clarify it. Say, you know why he doesn't mind Arsenal winning the Champions League? Because it makes it look less worse Pep losing to him because he's a Champions League and Premier League winner. You ain't slick.
I'm not doing that. No.
That's exactly what it is. Look at the smile on his face, man. You can't kid a kid.
I'm smiling because you're smiling. No, that's not.
Yeah, that's what it is. I just figured it out. See that?
I don't want it. No, listen.
Where's Vega going with this?
Chat. I don't want it. Chat. I don't want it.
Because people pay attention. They doesn't say things or do things that just off a whim that make no sense. That's where it's at. Because you know what it is. Is because if Arteta wins the Champions League, it makes Pep losing the Premier League to him. It makes him look less worse. That's what it is. Because you want to double see Arteta's much better, and all this type of stuff. I hear it, man.
Flawless. I'm not putting it out there. I'm not trying to be slick.
That's why, man. You know what, Vale? That's a good one. I hear you on that.
What do you
That's smart, man. You know what, Vale? That helps. Ain't gonna save me from me. but it helps though. It's very, very good.
Oh my gosh, what is this guy
See,
doing?
they are diabolical with it. The on cartoons people, and you have the angel and the devil on each shoulder, so they're like brothers. So that's me and Vader. I'm the angel on one side, you're the devil on the other. That's what it is. This guy thinks he's slick, you know.
The United Red Devil is the angel.
Yeah, the angel, the irony of that. But that's what it is. Because I'm thinking, why are you not fussed? Why Arsenal win the champs? And then you just carried on talking, and I'm like, all right, I can see you're working out. Trust me.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Gosh. I see it. Hey, Pops, you're right there with us as well. Just because you're bulletproof don't mean you can't get got. Look at Luke Cage. He's bulletproof. My gosh. But you gotta have specialized. You know what it is for Vader, yourself, Pops, and me. You need what's there? See, Vader, he's in tears because he knows what it is. You need specialized bullets for us. You can't just attack us head on, Pops. I've seen like I can't just go at you head on or careless because you just gonna walk through my argument. Same way with Vader. If I just come with a careless argument, Vader just gonna walk. He just gonna run through it. Like he's smart. Like that's why I'm like, see the chat. No, he can't even hide his smile. That's why he doesn't mind if Arsenal win the league because it makes Pep look less bad. I'm not
doing this with regards to things for Pep. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, sure. It's never to comes back. Everything, 99.9% of things that you say come back to you and Manchester City. It's for the benefit of you and Manchester City, and you lot looking good, or you lot benefiting, or not looking as bad. Which is facts. Tell me I'm lying, Vale.
Flawless.
If Arteta wins the Champions League, that makes Pep losing to him less what it makes it not as bad.
I wasn't going there, but you bring up a good point.
You wasn't going there. You didn't figure that out. Nah, Vader. You was writing that down and didn't figure that out. No, but me, the Manchester United man figured it out. But Vader, you don't get misunderstood. People.
I see it now, Flawless. I see it. You see it now. What? I wasn't deep in it, but I see it now. I'm with you.
Don't get tricked. Vader is a very intelligent individual. When it comes to football, extremely intelligent. When it comes to outside of football, even more intelligent than I am. Don't be fooled by it. Vader is an extremely intelligent individual.
I caught up to what you were thinking. I caught up to it.
Yeah.
Now let me expand on that. Let me expand on what you just brought up that I didn't think about.
Look, Pops gets it. Look at this. It will also to be rag on Klopp while propping Pep. Because you'll say, oh yeah, Arteta did something that Klopp couldn't do.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think of that one. But Pops
this highly intelligent convo in the chat with regards to but
it's a meeting of the minds, man. This is Professor X, Magneto, and another one. That's what this is, yeah.
Okay.
Look at him. He's in tears.
Because I didn't expect this.
Fucking preacher over here, man. Go on.
But
you carry on, man.
I want to say because
from the collection plate. Go on.
I stumbled upon some information with regards to Ian Wright, an Arsenal legend. Okay. Ian Wright happens to believe that this Arsenal team would be better than their invincible team. Now, I did
conversations for them,
and that's an uncomfortable conversation with regards to.
Carry on, I'm still listening. Fam.
Yeah, that's an uncomfortable conversation, an interesting conversation as it comes down to the comparison of Arsene Wenger's Invincible to Arteta's Prem and Champs winners. Now, I didn't clock it until now. Chat, guys, despite all the flattering things that Flawless has said about me with regards to how I think or whatever, I wasn't going with this angle. But now that I think about it,
no, it just happened to happen. It just happened to happen. It just happened to. And you know what's crazy is that I figured out part one, and then Pops got part two. The irony that somehow Arsenal winning the Champions League helps Pep look better and helps Klopp look worse. You know what I'm saying? How did that work out? Mad thing. Crazy work, yo.
Okay. But with Ian Wright saying that this achievement by Arteta's Arsenal would surpass Arsene Wenger's Arsenal.
Yeah.
The manager debate with regards to Pep can't lose 2 back-to-backs and so on. And we know that the conversation's always between Pep and Fergie. Mm-hmm. If Pep happens to lose back-to-back, but it happens to be against a manager that was better than the manager that Sir Alex Ferguson was actually going up against, because the accomplishment of what this Arsenal are doing is better than what the Invincibles have done, I think it would be a feather in Pep's cap with regards to level of difficulty. So I'm, and this ain't me. This is Ian Wright talking about how, again, Ian Wright, legend for Arsenal, putting both clubs in perspective. Some, not you, but insecure United fans have been doing the Pep versus Fergie, and this is why you got to notch things down. It gets uncomfortable. I don't know if it goes that way. I'm not cheering for Arsenal to win the UCL.
Oh yeah, we know that because you ain't that shameless, and that would make you look absolutely batshit.
Oh,
crazy.
you
ain't gonna go out. Yeah, you ain't gonna do that. But I know you're all for the Prem, and that would help the Prem and put more eyeballs on it. But it don't benefit City as much. But the point is that I'm making is people getting mistaken. Achievements like, so for instance, if the Arsenal go and do it, let's say they win the Champions League, they win the Premier League, that's a better achievement than the Invincibles, yes. But just because you get better achievements doesn't necessarily mean you was a better team overall, in my opinion. I don't base it just off of that. It's kind of like strikers out there. So just because a striker scores more goals
Ian Wright believes
said it, and Ian Wright, he's fair to his opinion, but to me, just because, for instance, a striker scores more goals than another striker doesn't necessarily mean that striker was better than that striker. The strikers who scored more goals than R9, universally, we all say R9 was the GOAT striker.
Right.
But let's say, for instance, I don't know, let's say Haaland outscores him in his career. They say Haaland, which could happen. Let's say, I don't know if Van Nistelrooy did. Let's say Van Nistelrooy outscored R9. I'm not sure if he did, people. Let me know because of injuries. No one or very few people would have R9 would have Haaland or Van Nistelrooy ahead of R9 solely because even though they achieved more golden boots, scored more goals, etc.
Lewandowski is a good example. No one's going to say Lewandowski is better than R9.
Facts. No one's got Lewandowski is the prime example. And even when we talk best strikers in the Premier League, people don't necessarily say the people who scored the most goals because of these things change. People don't necessarily say Shearer. Shearer's one. I think Rooney's two. I can't remember who's three. I think Andy Cole's four, for example. So I always say this. Yes, a team can achieve more than a team, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's better. I say this all the time. Manchester United's 99 team did more than our 08 side. The 08 side got a double. The 99 side got a treble. I will stand on this hill. I think the 08 team was better. I say this, but they didn't achieve what the night. So if someone says, well, the 99 team, they achieved more. Yeah, they did achieve more. Still don't think they was better. Incredible teams, by the way. Both of them, two of them. And I think it's the same for you. I don't think it's City's treble team, the best City side you've seen. I don't think it is. I don't think that's Pep's best side. You think that's Pep's best side?
The reason why I struggle with that one
is tough.
It is because of, like, when I take everything in account, when I take of how we defended during that trouble season, and then when I think of how we defended during our most difficult times in that Centurion season, we weren't able to have that right balance. Now, the attack that I saw in that Centurion season was like,
I don't think your treble team is your best team under Pep. But it achieved the most. I don't think it's your best team.
Yeah, it's
tough because you're talking elite for elite, but that's me. I would never say so. And of course, your treble team was incredible. You don't win a treble on accident.
No, you don't do that.
I personally don't think so. No.
So again, Flawless, I'm not putting anything out there to be diabolical. I just happen to stumble upon what Ian Wright said across the Arsenal.
You happen to stumble across the evil formula, man.
I happen
super soldiers happen to, you just put these things into the computer and figured it out.
I just happen to stumble upon it. And when I jotted things down, I'm like, that'd be an interesting challenge there. Now, you saw today's game?
Yeah, some of it, not all of it. I watched most of the first half, some of the second half.
Listen. Closing out the season, sometimes games can get like a little gritty, tough to watch. I mean, you're stumbling to get over the line. If you're in the mood for like beautiful football, if you're in the mood for how this game,
Hassam, he's not actually gaslighting here. He's not.
This guy just jumps in the chat and is Vader gaslighting here
before. Yeah, because he redirected. So yeah, but no, he's actually not gaslighting. He's not. No.
Wait. I wasn't gaslighting anywhere else either, by the way. So Flawless isn't correcting you, Hussam, but I'm going to correct you. I'm not gaslighting here and I wasn't gaslighting there. All right? That's what I'm going to point out. Now, when it comes down to how this game should be played, what we should be seeing in terms of movement, play, Foden kind of reminded us, like, Foden, get your mind right, get your body right, get off the pitch issues right. Just because when you're playing, man, there's not many better. There's not many better with that little flair, that creativity. And my biggest wish in the offseason is that he doesn't play for England. I don't want him anywhere near England.
You want him fit and raring to go for next season.
Manchester City did not have an offseason. Me and Chelsea, my Blue Brothers, we played in the Club World Cup. No offseason. I don't want Foden to have another summer with no offseason. I want him, get that rest, get your mind right, because when you had that rest, you're a player of the season. I don't want him anywhere near England. Let Saka go carry the weight of the country. You go do that. Foden, get yourself right. If we're going to try to go back to back, if we're going to try and win the Prem, if we happen to fall short this season, I need him. I need him at his level. I'm going to need him at his level.
That makes sense.
And my another wish is, and I don't know if this is possible, Flawless.
Look at this crap, man. Look at this.
What?
But big up Lewis every single time. Says Blue Brothers. Big up Flawless and Vader in the chat of the world champions.
What do you mean this crap?
This Blue Brothers are rubbish. But go on, carry on.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Make sure it's Blue Brothers on Saturday, yeah? All right, go on, carry on.
Hey, brothers can fight. Sometimes brothers need to fight it out, and then after the fight, everything's calm. We're like, you know what? All right.
I hope they take that trophy off you. Yeah.
You want
with that.
Wait,
of course, I want Chelsea to win. Yes.
Wait,
yes.
Why do you want Chelsea to win?
I have no beef with Chelsea.
Wait.
Why do I want Chelsea to win?
You got no beef with Chelsea?
I don't no beef with Chelsea.
Oh.
They ain't a rival like that. Like, yeah, we wore it out for a few years, but I have no issue with them. We were just at war for a while. I don't know why this is a surprise to you. You know me well enough to know that, of course, outside of Arsenal, Liverpool, or Leeds, I'd want you lot to lose that final to whoever.
All right. So we happen to be playing Chelsea in this case, and I love what my manager Pep had to say. He is like, the last two FA Cups in particular, the refs didn't do their job, right? And this is the funny thing, right? I get accused. I am on Saturday. Go on. I get accused of being a gaslighter, but the one thing that I often take pride in, and I kind of obviously smile to myself when I consume Pep press conferences or pre-match conferences, is because when we have these combos and then I hear Pep say something, I'm like, hey, I said that. And you know what? I said that before you said that. Yeah, no. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that.
Because you man sing from the same hymn sheet. That's why.
But it's also like it's also
that's exactly what you do. Like, you lot will pack up a team 4-5-0 and Pep will sit in a press conference with a straight face and go, yeah, that's the toughest game we've had all season long. He's just that type of nonsense.
He doesn't really do that, but he definitely does. He will emphasize moments of difficulty and toughness.
Yeah, emphasize. See, that's the type of Pep shit he'd say. Oh, we had moments of difficulty during the game. All right, man, but you won 4-0. All right.
But when Pep says, and this is where it gets funny, when I get accused of being a gaslighter, and some that are, and I'm gonna apologize for the few that this relates to.
Go on.
Right. You can see, and like I said, we can all work to improve, and I'm doing it myself. I'm trying to improve every day. But you can tell the emotional ones in this YouTube space.
Oh, right? Yeah, definitely.
You can tell the ones that are like, they don't want you to speak because whatever you said had them triggered, and they're now want to combat every word you say. You're not able to get your point across. When I want to mention the refs, I want to highlight it, or I want to point it out and say, you know what? This is a point of distinction. This didn't go our way. Wasn't happy about it. If you controlled your emotions, not you, Flawless, others, if those others could control their emotions, let me say my full sentence or my full paragraph, then you'll understand. At the end of it, we shouldn't have had the refs have any reason with regards to the outcome of the game. We should have had the result in that game despite the refs. We should have gotten the job done. That's exactly what my manager happened to say. My manager went out and said, you know what? The last two FA Cups, the refs and their decisions, and VAR was a big reason to why we didn't win the game. But despite that, we, Manchester City, need to be better. We need to take it out of the refs' hands. We need to be so good that those missed calls, errors, don't affect us. And I'm in full agreement with that. We've been doing it our lives even when we played. We've had coaches, we've had managers when we would play our amateur game, and they would say, listen, the refs aren't giving you the call. Stop being a punk out there. Play through it and get this win. You're not going to get those. They're not calling it. They're not going to let that go. Play through it. That's what I try to emphasize, and I ain't trying to gas it. I see my man Catch in the building.
Every time.
Emotions emotions aren't a bad thing. It's just noting, oh, this one's emotional. This one's not. This one will let you speak. This one can't. We're all different. It's not a judgment thing. It's recognizing the categories and how to maneuver. You got to be able to know how to maneuver, how to talk to some, not talk to others. Wait, what?
I don't know. That's what I'm going. That's it. Susan says flawless. You're gonna let that slide. What slide? What did Vega say that was crazy?
I didn't take no. Susan, yeah. I didn't take any shots. Any shots.
Like, what did he say? That
Susan,
that
you know when flawless shoots first, that's when I equalize.
I never shoot first.
Oh wow!
I never ever. I'm always retaliating. I am always. It's just that people think I forget because I might just not get you on that stream, but I remember. Even if it's 2 days later.
Wait, you do carryovers?
Oh yeah, 100% carryovers.
No, that's wild. That's wild.
But that's wild. So you just get to slap me and I just allow it. You verbally slap me and I can't verbally slap you back. No,
yeah, I can't walk away. I can't walk away. Have dreamland, eat breakfast.
Nah, I remember it all, man. Because sometimes, especially like when we're on panel shows, like you said, you don't necessarily get to go back at the person who said what they said. Because someone else jumps in and the conversation moves on. I remember it all. We was having this conversation when we was on the Q&A and Gunnar was there and Lewis, Sai was there, Corey, Azir was there, and they was talking about this like, flawless, you be taking shots. Because it's in retaliation. Just because my shot looks better doesn't mean it's worse. That's what it is. I remember it all. I remember, you know what I'm saying, how you used to try and gaslight me about Amarin and all this type of, don't give you time and do and all this. Not when I know you see what you see. And Hassam tried it. Hey, flawless, you know what? I think you'd be negative.
Okay. All right.
That type of stuff.
But taking it back, bringing it back to this game. Bringing it back to this game.
Go on, run it back.
Foden and the form that he's in, it was nice to see. It was great to see. It was a great reminder. And when I say like, I really hope, and I don't want him to go. I don't want him to play for Europe. I really don't want him to play for play for England.
Yeah, you said.
If he stays and just works on his game, and I think there's an element where he needs to work on his like game speed or game endurance, because what I would love to see, and I don't think he has the ability right now to do, is to give me a Xavi Iniesta.
Wait, who?
If I can get a Shirky and Foden both on the pitch.
Oh, you mean
centrally? If I can get the two of them playing centrally, that level of creativity, that flair. But I need a work rate. I need a work rate out of one that's going to be able to read the game.
That's tough to do in the.
It is tough. But that's like that type of, you don't know what one's going to do. You don't know who's going to shoot. You can't let.
Yeah. Only way that would work is one of them would have to play out wide.
No, but I'm saying centrally.
Yeah, I think that's too tough. I think whoever your wingers are and your sixes and your other midfielder have to be a workhorse. Or you lot just keep the ball. You lot would have to go back to being. That wouldn't work with Semenyo and Doku out wide, is what I'm saying. No. I think you'd have to go back to being a very technical side and just keeping the ball.
Yes. I
don't see that. That's the only way that works with those two. I think it could, but you have to be technically you're not getting the ball.
I would hear that. Right. And there's possibility of me losing Rodri. But if I have a holding six with a little more mobility, a little more, you know what I mean?
It's got to be on.
That's what I'm not gonna be crazy and say I don't need a Ballon d'Or Rodri back there. You know what I'm saying? But if he happens to move on, the club makes a decision. I think for that to work, I'm gonna need, and especially with a Haaland that's not gonna be the one dropping into the midfield, helping with all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna want a very mobile six. Caicedo would actually be brilliant I
Yeah,
think.
Caicedo with Tchouaméni, that's the type you're looking for there.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's all hopeful stuff. This game, again, contrast of styles. If you guys want something a little more flair, if you guys want something with regards to goals, you don't want to see a 1-0 drama requiring a VAR call for. If you want to see something with some nice, beautiful patterns of play, goals that back heels, you want to see something like that, tune into these City games. We got a big game on the weekend, Saturday versus Chelsea. I think you're going to see more of that flair, more of that
Like an FA Cup final.
expressiveness.
Come on, Chelsea, man. You got one job.
Look
You
at this guy.
you've done this before to them in the final. We need you to do it again. Run it back, man.
So we've got one of those. If it happens to be a win over Chelsea, I think it's going to be a lot of the players that actually didn't start today. Doku didn't start. Holland didn't play. Shirky came off the bench. I think you see those guys on Saturday.
Yeah, they're going to be all starters in the final, 110%. But back to it, actually, before we continue, run up the likes, people. Make sure you subscribe to Veta Games TV.
Yeah,
That's 67 likes for free show at 70. I said 70 likes. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. But before we go to the final, league, fam, you're saying it's not done. Where do you most likely see Arsenal dropping points? Burnley at home, Palace away. And why?
Their next game is Burnley at home.
Yes. Monday, sorry. It's the Monday game.
Monday. I don't see them dropping points to relegated Burnley. I honestly.
So you reckon Palace get something against them?
So my thing is, I think it is going to be I think there's the potential for it to be a very physical game versus Burnley. Very physical game versus Burnley.
Okay.
I know Burnley have nothing to play for, but they got pride to play for. And if it happens to be a rout, if Arsenal try to put some goals on there, I think the pride of a Burnley, they're gonna leave a few tackles on those Arsenal players. I think it'll be an interesting one, which will have ramifications on the final day. Because one thing we can't miss psychologically, mentally, on that final day, yes, they're going to be so close to be winning their Prem. But these players, they're not robots. They know that they are going to be playing that following weekend in Champions League. And no player wants to miss. No player wants to miss a chance at playing in Champions League. Some of those 50-50s, some of those, do I go in? It might be on display in that game versus Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace are most likely going to have some rotation. The players that are now given a chance to play on a final day, what do they have to lose? What are they concerned about? It's not like they have a bet.
Palace away.
Palace away is realistically, it's the
you
only...
make a valid point. Even though I disagree, what you're saying makes sense.
Of course, you have them winning the league. But when it comes down to where it might be jeopardy, where there might be some things at risk. Why are you laughing?
That's such an idiot, yo.
What? Chat, why is this guy calling me an idiot for saying what he said?
Idiot, yo. He's such an idiot, yo. It was just needless. He didn't need to say that. People know I have them winning the league. You didn't need to say it. It's just extras. It's just you being extra. It wasn't a shot. It was just extra.
It wasn't a shot. It wasn't a shot.
Nah,
okay.
That's what I agree with. It was just you being extra. That's all. Right, it was just so unnecessary. People know I have. I said if they beat West Ham, they got the league. They
you got Arsenal winning the league. Okay.
But I'm here giving you credit, saying what you're saying makes sense. I just don't think that their backups can do something against them.
Yeah. Again, Arsenal should be playing their strongest team on the final day. They should be. They
6 days, so I think they'll be all right.
Do they mollywop Crystal Palace? Is it a close, nervy one? I don't know, but I know that the Crystal Palace players that do are playing on their final day.
How much the Palace rotate? That's what's going to be key.
Yeah, but again, the players that rotate, the players that are being put in to play on the final day at home, like pride does kick in. We've seen stranger things. I was down 2-0. I was down 2-0 to an Aston Villa not too long ago with regards to trying to win the league. So I think it'll be a mad one on the final day, which is great. But again, it would have to result in a draw, and then it would go down to goal differential. So Arsenal still have to play relatively strong. They still need to keep an eye when they play Burnley this weekend with regards to their goal tally. If it happens to be a 1-0, I think it still gets a little techie. But again, they're like, hey, they win versus Burnley, and they're expecting me to drop points versus Bournemouth. So there's still a lot to be played for. I'm expecting Arsenal to win versus Burnley.
More at Palace than Burnley. Okay,
Yeah.
first. Hey,
I think because the game's away, especially because the game's away as well.
And yeah, this the username of the picture is hilarious. Big up Don every single time, but big up to Don _ Arsenal fan 1. Sorry, the picture cracks me up with the I love Arsenal top, yo. It says beautiful goal to finish second to trash Arsenal, laughing emoji. And he goes on to say, as a transfer has bonus for Palace Copium, laughing emoji. I think they get like an extra 10 million. If Eze wins
I've seen Egal trying to move with that type of that.
It's not. But I think they rotate too much as well. But big up for the 2 super chats, man. To Don Arsenal fan 1 and to Catch says, what happened to the reason we won't win this is Arteta flaw. Hey, the GOAT didn't GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting the GOAT to do GOAT like things and he didn't. That's what happened. I didn't think he would lose a league to Arteta after losing one to Slot.
Well, I've been reminded this a lot. I've been reminding of this a lot recently. Don Hussam is one of the main culprits about this because he'll bring up the hand of Rod. He'll bring up what? How does he describe it? Sweet chin music.
Yeah, my hands up when I'm wrong, man. You know what I'm saying, Catch? I called it wrong. Go.
Yeah, he'll be wrong again. When it comes down to Doku and the sweet chin music to McAllister. Yeah, he'll bring up those moments within games that the quote-unquote city or the officials or VAR, I don't know who he really blames. I don't know if he blames City or if he blames the PGMOL, but I'm letting Ketch know this right now, and this ain't me. I don't do the refs thing. I've been bombarded with the refs talk from the rivals. Obviously, the rivals lost to City, so they'll bring up points. They'll bring up the reasons, right, on why their club, Liverpool at the time, didn't win versus this City. They bring up the hand of Rod. They bring up sweet chip music. Mm-hmm. I'm just letting Ketch, Jay, SB, all you Arsenal fans know. And again, like me, I'm sure you're not going to care. But there's going to be a trail. There's going to be a reminder. There's going to be but you can't ignore this. It will be your PGMOL title. That, and it's not being pushed by me. But it's what I've seen from Liverpool fans. And I think Ketch might have been one of them. I've seen Arsenal fans want to bring up questionable calls that have gone City's way to win Prems before. So they've moved fraudulently as well, trying to discredit the Prem that I won, bringing up times where the PGMOL did things in my favor. Salty, so if those same guys have been salty, expect the salt to follow them. So in 2 instances, from what I understand this season, I haven't nerded out, I haven't geeked out and got this. But from what I understand, there's been 2 PGMOL apologies. I think one was versus...
You know what the PG, and this is why we had the debate we had last episode about the FA, when I told you about wanting the best for the league and and Prime clipped some of that up actually. Make sure you go check out on the Extra Channel people.
Wait, what?
But Prime clip when you call me a selfish bum. That's what it is. When we had the debate
you'll make your money and leave the hood.
No, I'm saying Prime clipped it up, so it's on the Extra Channel for the members. People. Hilarious, yo. Yeah, Prime clipped it up. I need to actually put it out on the street, put it out. But yeah, he clipped it up. But the point is, I'm making this is why, man, FA don't care. Like our whole VAR thing has just been, and not just that decision. It's just a debacle. That's what it is, man. Absolutely.
Well, they do care. They do care.
They don't care about getting to the right decision because referees don't punish.
Yeah. No, they don't care about the consequences. How many
apologies has it been? They always seem to be putting out apology. And you know what's the best apology? You don't know this, Vale. I'm sure you said this to your minions. Change behavior. And they just do the same shit.
Yeah.
They just do the same thing. No, of course. So referees will get it wrong. PGMLO, put out an apology. Then the week after or later on, referees get it wrong and he put out another apology. Nothing is corrected.
Yeah.
Nothing is ever corrected. No one's ever punished. Ever. Nobody ever gets demoted. No one's ever punished. Like it happens to managers and players. If managers don't perform to a certain level, he's under pressure, eventually he'll get sacked. Players get dropped. Players get sold. Never happens to them whatsoever.
Yeah.
Referees can have an awful season and still just carry on like it's normal type of thing.
Yeah.
Big up CP as well, man. Big up CP. Shout out to the fraud and the gaslighter. Big up CP. My G. Hope you're blessed, man.
Crazy.
Big up CP.
But
go on.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying with regards to Ketch, whether he moved, reminding City fans about what went their way VAR-wise, or the likes of Hussam and others, right? So the PGMOL actually came out and said that they got it wrong with regards to a penalty should have been awarded to Brighton, right? There was, I think it was Martinelli or whatever, someone dragged the player down in the box. It should have resulted in penny. It didn't happen. All I'm saying is, the energy that was made, and this is why when people say, hey, you're going to reap what you sow. If people have been pushing out that narrative, like, oh, City won it because of what VAR did or didn't do, it's not going to get ignored now that you're Arsenal. Like, it just isn't. It won't, I'm telling you right now, it won't be me bringing this up. However, I will defend myself. So if it gets said about my club, I'm going to remind you of yours. That's all I'm saying. But this Arteta and what he's been able to do, I don't know if I can categorize it as special. I'm not trying to take away his season. If he
categorize what as special?
If he wins the Prem, he's earned it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why you'll never hear me ever take away from a manager or a team winning the Premier League, despite what I've said prior about them, despite refereeing decisions. You were the best team. That's why when people try and do it about Fergie, I say, all right, so we won all those league titles just based off of bad decisions. All right, cool. So what did your team do? No, your team didn't win enough games. Go carry on.
And when it comes down to it being a special season, it's a special season for Arsenal and because of their drought. That's why it's a special season. But it's not a special season with regards to we've been wowed, or it's been spectacular with regards to what their club has been, the football they've played, and it's not one of those, right? And again, Arsenal fans should not care. They shouldn't care. And I'll admit, I didn't care. I didn't care when Mancini was able to win. I mean, we did play beautiful football, but I didn't care. Right? It was let's get it done. Now, when you win a few more, and when you're able to like add upon that, you do get a little greedy. You're like, listen, I don't want to keep having beans and toast. I want more than that. And my manager, my club, were able to give me that with regards to the Centurions, with regards to multiple trophies. You know what I mean? Sorry?
I said you calling that league title beans on toast is funny, but carry on.
Well, it was kind of like an analogy, a comparison, but not literally. But you know what I mean. And Ketch will tell you, other Arsenal fans will tell you, they're not impressed with this football. They'll tell you, I don't care. They'll say, give me the most scammy, jammy.
Because of where they're at.
Because of where they're at. So I'm not going to remix anything. I hope Arsenal fans don't try to remix and say that this was a beautiful season and these players were incredible and we saw goals. We don't do any of all that. Enjoy your Prem if you happen to win it, but please don't boost it.
I said if they happen to win it, all right, man. Do you see another Aguero moment on the cards? Not necessarily like that late, but you lot winning it on goal difference. Because I don't think unless you have them losing to
if this happens, it's on goal difference, and it would be on goal difference thing again on the day. It would have to be on the final day. So it would be dramatic because they would have to suffer a draw on the final day. We would have to, and again, I think it might even be a dramatic try to get our final win on the final day, but like final dying seconds of the game.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be like that, but I'm just saying in general.
I think it might be a final day drama. So the Aston Villa game, right? Ilkay Gundogan with 2 goals, KDB, that type of comeback. It might be something like that. It might be something like that where it's like maybe City go on and kind of have like a late charge with regards to winner, or maybe it's a dramatic an equalizer happens in the Arsenal game. It might be one of those, but it'll go down to goal differential. I'm not expecting a loss to Burnley at all. And I got to handle business versus Bournemouth for this to even be a dramatic final day.
And you got the FA Cup final as well.
Yeah,
Also,
I'm liking it. You know, playing for multiple trophies is a nice thing.
Yeah, it could get dark for Pep, man. No FA Cup, no Prem.
It's getting dark.
I said it could. If he gets no FA Cup and no Prem, if he loses to Dan Potts, and then
here's where I'm struggled with, Flawless, because I'm like,
Go.
if my manager doesn't win the Prem or FA, I think this league has him for another year.
Oh yeah, I don't think he goes out on a loss, but it's still an awful season.
Yeah, so if he goes out on a loss, and what it took to win this Prem, I don't want to already think about season 2026, 2027, but
we can talk about it. It's fine. I think most people are already there by you lot, because you're still playing for stuff. Yeah. Most of us are already there. You're playing for things.
I'll tell you this: it would be a madness, though. In a year where it is Pep's final year, in a year
do you think it's his final year next year?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Even if he loses again, you think he goes? I don't think he goes out on a loss.
Losing 3 in a row.
Yeah. I never thought he would lose 2 in a row, so anything's possible right now.
No, I was actually surprised.
I thought he could lose 2 in a row, yes, because managers can lose, but I didn't expect him to lose 2 in a row to the managers of this caliber.
I told you, it's the first one that he lost. It had nothing to do with the manager.
Yeah,
at
it
the
wasn't.
time.
All right, man. He lost.
It was Klopp's team, and it was a Super Saiyan Salah.
Yeah, Super Saiyan. Hey, you know what I'm saying? My manager had to deal with Super Saiyan Henry, and we won it. So here we are. When he broke the records that season, what are we talking about?
What?
When Henry broke the record that still stands. When Henry got 20 goals, 20 assists,
20
we
goals,
won the
20
league that year.
assists. Okay, yeah. So what are you saying?
So it was Super Saiyan Henry, and we won the league.
Wait. He didn't win. Nope. Did he even win a trophy that year? Did he even win FA?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check. They might have won the FA Cup. I'll double check. They might have won the FA Cup. Let me check.
So
I'll tell you. But I know he got 20 assists, and I believe he got 20 goals. I'm telling you now. I'm just having a look in regards to the FA Cup. I think they beat us in the FA Cup that year. Let me check.
They beat you.
Yes, they won the FA Cup. They won the FA Cup that year.
Okay, so
they beat us on final, and we packed them up. Never forget that, man. Piss take. But yeah, it's so annoying watching that game. We played so well. But yeah, as I was saying, we had to deal with Super Saiyan Henry.
Yeah, you had to deal with Super Saiyan Henry, and then what?
And then what?
And then what?
I'm saying, and we won the league. So that's why I'm not hearing about Super Saiyan Salah. Yo, you're the GOAT manager. Do GOAT things. I'm holding you to GOAT level standard.
This is the problem.
What's the problem? Holding a GOAT to a GOAT level. All right.
No, the reason why I have a problem, and I expect this of others. I get really disappointed when I'm having this conversation with you, is because you would expect my GOAT manager to have done 5 in a row against a Super Saiyan, like a Super Saiyan Salah.
Yeah, against Arnie Slot. Yes.
I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Your manager, as great as he was able to win 3 in a row, but not 4. Yeah. And so when it comes down to, what do you mean and?
No, I'm letting you land. Go on.
Yeah, so when he's won 3 in a row, look at what prevented him from winning a 4th in a row, right?
Because we had much better competition. We faced much better managers. That's why. We faced GOAT. Your manager ain't going up against no Hall of Famer GOATs. None. So none of these two are Hall of Famer GOAT managers.
Was it a better Prem back then?
The top teams was better, yes.
Was the quality it
was higher quality, yes.
Okay, I'll leave it there.
It was higher quality, yes, but yeah. I said it again. Run me, my GOAT being in this era. Okay. I wish it was Arteta's and Arnie Slots. I wish that's what Fergie had to contend with. I really would not people who are in the Hall of Fame. Because when we do Hall of Fame top 5 managers outside of yours, my manager faced them all. If we do top 5 right now, he faced them all. Outside of Pep, because Pep got here afterwards.
No, Pep's also faced them all. What are we doing?
No, he hasn't. When did Pep face Prime Mourinho in the Prem? We're talking about in the Premier League.
I know, but
Not Pep's fault, by the way. But I'm saying that.
But Pep's shown that he
significantly
but
weaker.
I'm just saying Pep's shown that he can beat that manager.
He can, yes, but we're talking about. I'm saying run me my GOAT being in the error against these lot is what I'm saying.
Okay,
run me that. Rather than if you give me right now between Ancelotti or Arne Slot, run me Arne Slot. What are we talking about here? If you're telling me prime Mourinho or you're telling me Mikel Arteta, run me Mikel Arteta, yes. Okay. My manager would have 4-peated in this era. What are we doing?
Wow.
What are we doing? Look at who stopped us. Look at the team outside of Blackburn, which did what Chelsea did, what you lot did to an extent in regards to spending money, but we'll exclude that. Let's say we should, even though the FA shagged us with the Cantona thing, we should have won that league, but we moved. Look at the other managers that stopped us from doing 4-peats. Look at managers that stopped us. You're talking the GOATs of the GOATs. Talking some of the great, not just the greatest managers in the Prem. You're talking the greatest managers ever. Some in Europe in the modern day. Before Pop says anything. So yes, the great in the modern day. We're talking Mourinho, Wenger, and Ancelotti. What are we doing there? That's three of the greats.
No wait, the managers that stop you from 3-peating.
Yeah.
Was it not only Mourinho and Wenger?
Ancelotti might have been there. Maybe. Ancelotti might have. I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay. Because I'm feeling they won one in 2000. When did Ancelotti win the league? Was it 2010?
I'll just say this though, Flawless is.
I think it was, but yeah. To my point,
if Fergie and Pep are in this Prem, Fergie's not seeing a 4-peat.
Probably not.
Okay.
I agree with you on that because he's Pep. Same way I don't think Pep sees a 4-peat with Fergie in there. It's like me and you going back and forth on the show. Neither of us are just going to run through each other's arguments 4 weeks in a row. Some people are going to agree with you more times. Some people are going to agree with me sometimes.
Do people agree with me in this chat? People don't agree with me. What?
People have agreed with you in the chat. 100%. People have agreed. You give it less credit. People agree with you in the chat. Like, that's what that is. And yeah, Ancelotti won 09-010. But I said we was on for a 4-peat that era.
All right.
Because we won 07-08. Like, we won, was it 06-07? 07? See, people, this is how much we won now. I forgot. No. I think we won 06-07. We definitely won 07-08. And we won 08-09. And then 09-010 was Carlo Ancelotti. See, I know what I'll be talking about, man. What are we doing here?
So it was Jose and Ancelotti.
Ancelotti and Wenger. They were the three. And Dalglish.
You've only done a 3-peat twice, no?
All right, so 3-peat twice then. Whoever it was. So it would have been Ancelotti's definitely one. I'm presuming one's Wenger.
Yeah.
Because Mourinho the year before Arsenal was the invincible, so it probably wasn't Mourinho.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Mourinho.
It wasn't Mourinho.
No, it wasn't. It was Wenger and Ancelotti.
Yeah.
But again, this is not a shot at.
No, I'm not taking it as a shot.
You're not, because people, you might not. I know you won't. I'm saying people will hear me say that. It's like when people criticize boxers because of the weight class they're in and the era they're in, and I'm like, that's not their fault. The era that Pep is in is not his fault. He wanted to go. Hence why I'm super critical of him. Because I hold you to a whole different level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're a GOAT. You sit at that table. You're one of the GOATs of all time. So therefore, you shouldn't back to back. You should. One offs, I hear it. If Slot got you 1 year and then Arteta got you 1 year, I'd hear it. Same way with Fergie. We shouldn't have lost to. I hold that against him. We shouldn't have got them by Blackburn that year. With or without Cantona. We shouldn't have lost that one.
So again, to kind of tie back to the thing that we stumbled upon that I didn't even mean to, and you and Pops worked the equation out. If Arteta happens to win the double, does that change things with regards to the rating that would be given to this?
Arteta, that raises him up, yes, if he wins a double, because that's something that only the two GOATs have done.
Yeah. In
the Prem, in regards to Pep's done it, Fergie's done it. They're the only two managers that have managed to pick up the Prem.
It gets sticky, and I hear Pops being like, you know what,
which is it's a great theoretical. Like, they're getting packed up in the final, but it's a great theoretical to have.
You know what? I'm thankful though. I'm so thankful that it's not Arsenal. That
This guy thinks we stupid, yo. He thinks we stupid, Pops, you know. He just stumbled upon it on accident, you know. This guy just tapped you to put the ingredients in and was doing the formula and did the dare and all this
listen.
type of
You know
stuff.
how you could be
And
on
he
the
just stumbled-
chalkboard. You could be on the chalkboard working equations, and you just happen to stumble upon like,
Stumbled
oh,
on accident, yeah.
I
You
just
know how
saw.
fishy it would be. You know, like in the Big Bang Theory, there's an episode of the Big Bang Theory, and Sheldon stumbles across it in an accident, and he works out the formula, but he's pissed. That would be you. You won't be happy with that. You'd be livid if you have. That's why me and Pops was on it straight away. Like,
Pops,
we stumbled across it.
I have to. You guys have to stumble upon that.
Hey, Catch,
but
we bros, we family, Catch. I'm just being honest with you. Do you have a chance in the final? Yes, you do have a chance. Let me clarify that. It's just slim to none. That's all.
I'm so glad though. Like being real. I'm being dead serious right now. I'm so glad that they are not playing Inter. Like, I'm so glad that they are not playing Inter in this final. If they were playing Inter in this final, mark it.
What, Inter? Oh, you mean Bayern Munich?
Inter. If it had, I know it didn't work out this way because Inter crashed out. But if it was one of these where Inter were in the final,
you're talking about if the side wasn't of quality. I hear it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If this was Inter and Arsenal in the final, Arsenal, you got your UCL. You got your UCL.
Well, that's so. Hey,
it's PSG. It's a different story.
You got one job, man. You got one job.
Is it?
I've been relying on you lot for a long. I relied on you lot. Last year you did the business. Thank you. You ran the English gauntlet. You ran it this year. You knocked out them jokers on the red side and Merseyside. Just be Arsenal and we good. Go on.
Would it really be that bad though?
Yes. Be the worst of the fucking worst. It'd be terrible. Because it gives them I'm one of them. I don't argue against like achievements. It would be an incredible achievement.
But how bad was it when City finally won the UCL? It wasn't that bad.
It was bad, yeah, but you're less loud than them. Their fan base is as much as Liverpool are number one ups for me. I find their fan base the most annoying.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's Arsenal, then it's Liverpool, then it's Chelsea in regards to just annoyance from the fans, and then you lot. You lot ain't that bad.
No, Flawless, be unbiased. No, be unbiased in this with regards. You get irritated of your own fan base. You would put your fan base above us.
Oh, you know that, but they're not up still because we family inside. But you know this, and you be always trying to save these people from me at times. Yo, don't answer that. Yo, allow him to do there. You always want to be captain, save people, and people know what I'm like.
I'm a big brother. That's what I do.
It's an intimidating place. The thing is, I'm nice about it because it's not like it's a Q&A and everybody's here. And it's like, all right, with the Wolves, it's literally just me one-on-one. That's it. Like, let's have the conversation about whatever.
What's Pops talking about?
Oh, Pops one, yeah, definitely, man. I'm gonna talk to you both.
No, there's no definitely. Yeah. Don't be putting promises out there. Pops, don't listen to this guy.
Nah, I'm gonna make it definitely. Happen. I'm gonna make it happen, man. 100%. I'm gonna make it happen. We need to sort it out next season. We need to because YouTube is just hilarious. Like when one of you's on stream and one of you's in the chat, but together, I'm gonna chat to you lot and we'll start saying out, man. Definitely. 100%. We gotta put the whole Sarcasm City universe together more, man. People want to see it more together. I want to chat to the likes of Don C and TJ and see what's what, man.
Pops, I don't know if we'll have the people. We'll have the people.
Yeah, we'll have to. What's it called, man? We gotta. I'm gonna figure something out.
I'm gonna say this with regards to.
And yeah, Insomniac. Yes, my fan base is irritating. I don't dispute this whatsoever. I'm irritating. When United are doing. People get irritated by me this season because United are doing slightly well. We just won some games. I don't like your smile. You're doing too much. It's like we ain't even playing for shit. You're too happy. # bring Amarin back.
You know what? It's gonna be because you guys. It's not a resurgence, but because of like the consistency that you guys have shown, it is gonna be a very fun summer because the World Cup will kind of like temper things because we can't really do the transfer talk. We can't do we're doing this next season. It's going to be kind of like delayed. But Insomniac, United fans,
we are irritating. Shout out to the young G because they're getting carried away. And I get it. Ibrahim, who was in the chat earlier, he young, so he ain't seen us be successful like that. He getting carried away. Do your thing. I'll accept it from the young G's. It's the oldest that I'm like, I'm not with
But
it. Like, you don't gotta relax.
yeah, but you don't try to coach up the young G's though.
Yeah, I do. But he didn't want to listen.
Oh, okay.
I try, of course, I always try.
All right.
Keep your feet on the ground. But Ibrahim, if you scroll back up in the chat about half an hour ago,
it's less selfish of you to try to give back to
I
the
always
young.
I try coach, not just the young, all of the young G's.
That's good.
When they get carried away, whether it's City, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's
a couple shows ago you were moving selfishly, but it's good. It's
no,
good
no, that's in regards to the Prem. Because fuck them. That's what it is. I'm Manchester United for you see this team here. You know what I'm saying?
But
Manchester
I want to
United,
revisit something. I want to revisit something before having the drop, unfortunately.
Yeah,
you know when I said the Prem truly need to look at how they want their games to fall with regards to when the season ends, as well as some of these cup finals. Because
agree with that.
And I was saying long term, and you were kind of doing the whole jokey Vader, thinking about everybody else. But with regards to the,
like you said, you're selfless. That's what you said.
Yeah. But you try to make
selfless.
fun of it.
You think of others.
You try to make light of it. But when
I don't make light of it. I just pointed it out. That's all it is. Same way you pointed out.
No, you do the Vader trying to look out for the next man. So you do. I can't do the accent, but you know. You know, Flawless be doing the da. That is flawless. That is flawless. I was trying to.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I was saying,
just do the extra thing like you did before when he's like, yeah, we know you have Arsenal winning the league. See when you do that. When Vader says some shit quick to respond and then carries on, extra. I'm just getting you back. That's all. That's all it is. You was extra. I was extra. That was it.
All right.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
All right. But listen,
it's got
the league. The league's got for the games to matter. For the games to matter. And again, what Glasner said, and I respect it. He's like, hey, I didn't see a paycheck from Manchester City. I didn't see a paycheck. You know what I mean? And he's going to do what's best for his club. When what you're doing that's best for your club has you putting out a less competitive team for the league needs to pay attention. Because you would want the clubs to prioritize being better in the league than it is for Europe. So I don't know how they're going to go about it. I don't know when they're going to have things fall. But again, we can't have games going on forever, and I get all that. But when things kind of conflict that way with regards to a final, especially or a final day, it gets kind of tight. Well, shoot, what was I going to say? Oh, people in the chat. I know this came a little abruptly, and I know even with regards to the show, I didn't even realize how late we've been going. But wait, what did my man say?
Just this man a real
that's wild.
Gimmick. Yeah,
that's wild. That ain't it. It's not a gimmick. It is not a gimmick. Listen, I'm a big brother by birth. I got 3 siblings. By nature, I surrender more of what I have for them, and it's something that you can't ignore. With regards to the Prem, I'm not trying to be selfless.
Like when it comes to family, I'm with you. I'm a big brother to 3. I hear it.
Yeah,
I hear that. I got younger cousins.
You can't turn it off.
Nieces,
but you can't turn it off.
Nephews, yes, but this is cutthroat. This is elite level sport. And I'm Manchester United through and through. That's where I'm at.
I also know that what helps the league by de facto helps me. And I brought up this example as well, right? The fact that La Liga really only prioritize Barca and Real Madrid is why they're at where they're at. When you have a more holistic, you're going to have, and this is why we're outshining them now. They actually had that same problem in Serie A. But how the Prem figures out where these games are going to fall, because obviously we can't be having these games going way beyond the season ending. But we at the very least, it's got to go Prem. If you're not going to do Prem, FA Cup, Champions League, then, and here's where the conflict is, and I get it. If you're going to have teams that are going to be in conflict with the FA Cup final and also Europa or Europa Conference League final, all those got to fall within, and they should fall before a game is played for the UCL. I think everything should lead in to the UCL. How they figure that out on the calendar, that's another conversation. But it is what it is, and I respect Catch. I respect Catch on his comment.
Yeah, he says facts, and they should want English team to win in Europe, etc. It's mad how they set up because they're not fussed about it. That's why, as they show, like whereas the Spanish FA, the French FA, it affects them more. Like PSG doing well helps, whereas the Premier League is the most watched. It's got the most revenue. If all the English sides go out don't make the quarterfinals, it don't really affect it.
In a twisted way, I think the Prem are trying to flex that most are going to tune in and watch a high-level Prem game than a UC. And will they do that with regards
to... The thing is, I would think it's high level. Whether the Prem is the best quality is first or whether it's fourth, people are going to watch. When the Prem fell off in terms of quality and the Spanish sides were dominant, people still watch the Prem.
So here's the thing that was kind of nasty that I see over here in North American sports. You'll sometimes see like an NFL put they'll put two very good, well-traveled or well-followed teams play like on a Thursday night that might conflict with an important NBA game or something like that, right? Like it's kind of like flex who's going to have the more viewership or whatever. There might be a little turf war, although it's best if they kind of like avoid each other, but there might be a little bit of Prem trying to flex, you know what, we're going to have City United play on or play within the same week of a UCL midweek game, and we'll flex our numbers to show you who's watching what or whatever. But conversation at a different time.
This is also a valid point from Pops. He says, Flores, to be fair to the FA, they have to deal with unprecedented times. We would never have seen in the Champions League, Europa and Conference before, so they would never have been so many teams in Europe in the latter stages. So because of the extra competition, Conference League, and English teams doing so much better as well, they now it is now a thing, to be honest, in regards to the last stages. Even though they've had it before where English teams have been dominant, that's it
is true. It is true.
That's what it is, and it is tough for them. But again, I don't think the FA care about the English sides necessarily winning that.
They don't now, but they need to keep an eye on it because it'll
potentially, if there is a fall off, maybe they then do change it. But like I said, I think the Bundesliga is because when Prime did the clip when we was talking about what's the most watched league and stuff, Germany's second. I don't think they worried about Germany catching them.
No, I don't think so either.
I think it's quality though. Like let's say Real Madrid and Barcelona get back to a certain level, which is going to be tough, then maybe it's that. Or if Serie A, the top teams over there, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, get to a certain level. Maybe that's the case. Go on.
No. This is a good point. You lined up for your watch along with regards to the FA Cup final?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I might do one. I might not. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I might do one.
You're not going to back Chelsea? You're not going to watch them and back them? No, you can't back them without watching them. What was this?
Why do I have to? Why did Chelsea? I'm sorry, I'm not out there, so it's cool. Whether they win or lose is not going to be on me.
Oh, okay, all right.
I wouldn't, because if they win, do I get medal? Do I get a credit? Do I get a bonus?
Nah.
I don't get a financial bonus. So what are we talking about here?
Right,
I might do a watch along for it. Maybe
you might do it. You might do it. All right.
Depends on what's going on that Saturday.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I'm not too sure who Chelsea are going to field in terms of a team.
Are you doing a watch along?
No,
you're not going to back your boys.
I'm watching the game. I will be watching the game.
Of course, I'm watching the game too. I will be watching.
Okay, that's what.
Okay, yeah. You said watch along. Yeah, I'm going to watch the game.
All right, I figured if you're going to take time to watch it, you might do a watch along. But
see, I rarely do this.
I will definitely be watching. Yeah,
of course I'm gonna. Of course I'm gonna watch. That goes without saying. Of course I'm gonna watch it. But I have an invested interest in it.
You know what? Separate note. I know you're gonna ask me for a score prediction. I'm predicting City to win. I don't know a score prediction, but I'm predicting to win. This is something I want to leave the chat, and maybe we can explore next time we link up show wise. But you know how, and you're in a different studio, so you don't have your kits out. Do you think Arsenal fans in particular, and the reason why I ask Arsenal fans is because Arsenal are known, with regards to their deals with Adidas in particular, to really do the kit thing, right? They come up with kits, and they kind of get they've been labeled, maybe rightfully so, to be like having really good kits, like, you know what I mean, really nice display.
Right.
Do you think their fan base have been felt ways or don't quite have love for the kits that don't have trophies associated to it?
I think that's fans in general, because you remember that kit is attached to success. So, for instance, most of my favorite Manchester United kits from the 90s and 2000s, because I associate it with success. So all of the memorable moments, I remember seeing Sharp on the front type of thing. Like, that's just natural. Like, I remember, whereas when your team's bad, you're not going to remember. Like, you might remember a kit and say, oh, it's a nice kit, because we've had some nice kits but because we've not been successful, you ain't going to remember it. Same way, I bet you going to remember your treble kit forever. Because you associate with the treble. Same way your Centurion kit. Same way Arsenal with their kit with the O2. Because they're successful. See? It's right there. You going to remember that. Same way with Chelsea. They going to remember certain kits with the Samsung. And the list goes on. Same way Villa win the Europa League. My nephew in the chat. He going to remember that Villa kit.
Now,
that's the trophy win the Europa League.
Now, what I want to say, I want to give tremendous credit, because I said a case study needs to be done for Spurs, because it's been impressive on how the club revenue, they've gone to the level that they're at, and this was even prior to them winning the Europa. The fans supporting them along the way, not winning anything, but they've grown the business. They've raised levels. I also want to say it's a great thing for the club to also realize, you know what? We're not giving them trophies, but let's give them loved kits. Let's give them.
Yeah, you can still have nice kits.
You know what I mean?
Because we've had some nice ones. I remember our kits have been very, very nice in recent years.
I happen to think that for all the weight that Arsenal have had to do, for all of the reminders of not having any European heritage, this might be the year. And I think these kits might be memorable to them because of what they could do in Europe. And on that note, I gotta go do prayers with my minions.
Good, man. Blessings, Vega. Every time, man.
My guy.
You already know.
Always fun. The laughs tonight made my abs hurt. So I hope you all enjoyed the show as well. And I'm gonna have my peoples talk to your peoples. You know what? Maybe a show with Pops might work out.
We are like definitely.
Don't stop doing the definitely. Don't do the definitely.
No. When I say definitely, I've been thinking about it in regards to it. Like next season,
okay.
Like I've already been thinking about not just that, just like adding shows and stuff like that. In regards to new season, man, we always gotta try and elevate and
again, if Barnes is gonna be chill. If Barnes is gonna be chill,
Barnes probably won't be chill because of you. It's you.
Wait. Are you talking a combined show or just? I think Pops is manageable. I don't know if I can the whole Bayesian crew. I don't know if I can handle.
It don't have to be the whole crew, but more so it's a what's it called? I was thinking more so just like combined, so not necessarily just us three, because you might not be available. Pops might not be available, type of thing. So he's there. But what? I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna write it all down and figure it out.
The reason why I brought up Barnes is
I need to figure out exactly what I'm doing.
If Barnes can be chill, we could do it like they do in the movies, or we can do it like they do with regards to collabs. Maybe I'll meet Barnes in IRL. I mean, if he's in Toronto, if he's near downtown,
what's it called? You might are in the same place.
We can. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll buy him a drink. I'll buy him a drink.
I'd love to see you and Crab interact. That'd be fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen you two on stream together before. That should be hilarious.
Crab.
You and Crab. You and Crab would be absolutely must see live streaming, man.
I'm definitely telling my people. I'm definitely telling my people that that's a hard no. That's a hard no with regards to working with Crab. We ain't nah.
But we'll talk, because obviously I know you be busy as does Pop. So I'm gonna literally go to the lair, write it down, and try and figure it out. I'm like, what's going on? But yes, you and Barnes are in the same area code. Crab over there too. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely getting over there soon, man. I'm definitely going. I'm trying to go.
You got to. You got to.
Yeah, 100%, man. Hey, it's
and-
great snow over there, man. I need to get over there.
Oh my gosh! All right.
This is what everyone says. Every time I mention Canada, people go, "Yo, it'd be snowstorm over there." I'll be like, "Yeah." I try to get snowed under. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Crazy. This guy's crazy.
Oh, that's just saying what I've been told, man.
I don't have the links on that.
Obviously you don't partake in that because you're a happily married.
I still got a lot of single. I still have a lot of single friends, but I'm gonna let the other people in the chat link you up with regards to that.
Knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just me.
Yeah,
it's
man.
just me. And to this super chat as well. You said it. I think they have been supporting as long as me. I think it's been 25 years. He says, Vader, how long you been Manchester City? I think it's been 20 odd years or whatever, similar to me in regards to United.
So a full in-depth breakdown origin story will happen on my channel when we reach a certain subscriber level.
We need that.
I will tell you this. No, that's gonna share too much. My earliest, like, ooh, excited, I kind of like geeked out, was Anelka time.
Martin.
All right. So if you guys want to do your Googles, do your homeworks, and know when Anelka was playing for City, you'll know when I was a fan. But family wise, and I won't make this story very long. From a family standpoint, being a Caribbean background, it was, hey, you gotta look out for said player. Said player happens to literally have his name referenced as a GOAT, and this was my earliest introduction to why I should be liking City, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, man, listen, if there's anything that must happen this weekend, is Manchester City doing the business. It's been 2 years wrongfully losing in this FA Cup Finals. We got to fix this up. I know it's at the expense of my blue brother, but like I said, sometimes brothers fight, and after the fight, we squash all that and we move on.
Chelsea, you got one job, man.
I'm gonna be fighting with Lewis this weekend. I'm gonna be fighting with Marshall. I'm gonna be fighting with Ahmed. I'm gonna be fighting with RSM. Listen, it is what it is. 1v everybody. I'm accustomed to it. But yo, bless. I'm glad we don't have to do the 1v1 on this show. Represent better on A-listers next week, and all's calm, my man. All's calm, my man.
We ain't just guy. When we there for oneself. When were we a team? This guy like, oh help, like we were never.
No, I'm not getting dragged into this. Bless. Well, always.
Every time, man. Bless. You lot, make sure you subscribe to Vader Games TV, man. Vader's link is in the chat, people, as well. Right. Final few questions before we close out. I think I managed to round up some of the squad people. So we will be going to Pro Club. So we'll be heading over to Sarcasm City TV Gaming. But again, subscribe to Vader Games TV. The link is literally in the title. It's also underneath in the description. It's also on the featured channel page. Or if you don't want to be lazy, just type in Vader Games TV. So make sure, go subscribe. One of the best content creators, hilarious as well. So make sure you do so. And you lot are doing well on the likes and everything. Let me check here. Let me have a look. Yeah, 82. All right, man. Girls up to 90 likes, people. Girls up to 90 likes. I need one more subscriber. Girls back to 16,600. I'm only asking for one subscriber as well. And definitely as well, show-wise, I'm always taking opinions on board from you lot in regards to shows. But yes, something with Vader and Pops is something I'm trying to figure out for next season, as well as a couple others. There's another show that I'm trying to green light as well. I'm always trying to add, but this will be like I said, next season. So it won't be now. Be after the World Cup, probably just before the Premier League starts as well, and we'll get it sorted 100%. We'll figure this out and what's what. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna chat to Pops and chat to Vader and see what's what. Well, yeah, what you lot else telling me? It's like I said, I think I got the squad together for Pro Club, so we're gonna head over to the gaming channel in a second. I'm just making sure I set up that redirect as well, and I sent everybody out the link. Nephew, what are you telling me? You active? I know it's late, but what are you saying? I know YG, Tazo, Joey all said yes. So if you active, let me know. Let me know. You know what's what. All right. Oh yeah. I'll set up in the other space as well. Hey, big up Stringer Bell as well. Every time. Big up Stringer Bell. Hope you lot enjoyed the stream. Also, I love like I said, streaming with Vay is always good fun, man. It's always he be trying to kill it. It's Joey, a bad boy centre back catch. I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Pull up if you're about as well, you joke, man. But Joey, a bad boy centre back. I don't know what you talking about. Shit, help me out massively. When are we getting a show where people explain why you are a crook? When you do when you're on a Q&A and explain why you are just a dreadful human being, that's one side. When you do that, I'll do the show you're talking about. Yeah. I'm playing blow. I always troll him. All right, fairs. Never know what you catch, but fairs. Flawless is Saturday, a regular Prem match with the FA Cup too. No, all the games are Sunday. All the Premier League games are Sunday. The only game on Saturday is that. Yeah, that's the only game on Saturday. Because there ain't even no playoff games like Championship, League One, or League Two either. None of them. Yeah, you're a joke, man. Catch. You lot, make sure you go subscribe to the Catch Up. Make sure you subscribe to Beijing Reds TV. Make sure you subscribe to Casually FC. Make sure you subscribe to Don Hassam. Subscribe to Veta Games TV as well. Make sure. Yeah, you lot are Friday. Villa Liverpool's Friday and Arsenal Burnley's Monday. So I will be doing a watch along for that as well. The Arsenal Burnley game on the Monday on the extra channel. All right, I'm literally just sending out that link right now as we speak. Everyone's saying. All right, final couple of questions, people. But make sure when you head over to the gaming channel, you hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you do all that. And don't forget this show, all the other shows you see here on the channel, apart from watch-alongs and fan calling shows, are available on all audio platforms. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Again, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast, people, type in Sarcasm City TV and you'll find all of these shows. So if you want to listen audio only, maybe you don't want to see Veta's stupid smiling face, people, or maybe you're cooking, maybe you're cleaning, maybe you're driving, maybe you're at work, maybe you're, I don't know, you at the gym, but don't listen to the show when you're at the gym because you might laugh and drop weights on yourself, people, or fall off the treadmill or something. But yes, go to Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, follow and 5-star, or same with iTunes, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast as well. Yeah. Ain't trying to do a full Hey, Watchman said next Tuesday as well. But yeah, man, salute to everyone. What we got coming up tomorrow? Thursday. Sports Q&A solo, people. That's what will be going on Thursday. So it'll start like 11:50 p.m., people. Like 11:50 p.m. Well, everything's on the upcoming live stream schedule anyway. See, always working when I'm working, people. So I'm trying to send out this link. But right, heading over there anyway to the gaming channel. We won't be on there for too long. But this has been the Manchester City Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. Big up for everyone for the super chats as well. I forgot. Big up SB for the 2 super chats. I almost forgot my manners. SB, big up for the 2 super chats. Big up Don Arsenal fan 1 for the 2 super chats. Big up US Gunners for the super chat as well. And Don T, who's been a member of the channel for 2 years as well. 24 months. That's crazy. That's crazy. Big up. We out. Catch you lot on the gaming channel live in 5 minutes.